The butler, forgetting about Joseph, prevented Joseph from getting out early and just going home. What if the butler had remembered him earlier, as soon as he got out? Maybe he wouldn't have interpreted the dream of Pharaoh at the right time. Maybe he would have just went out and got home, and then they would have both, he and all his family would have been in the famine and they would have starved. Well, the butler instead, remembering him at the right time, allowed Joseph to interpret Pharaoh's dream. And so that worked out well. God worked his control, but used people's choices and operations. And when Joseph got out to interpret the dream, it was the right time that Joseph could be put in favor with Pharaoh and to prepare for the famine that was coming ahead. Preparing for the famine, of course, allowed Joseph to meet his family because they came down to Egypt looking for food. And since he was in favor with Pharaoh, he was able to provide for his family and bring them to Egypt where they could survive, prosper, and become an entire Israelite nation. So Joseph had it right. Joseph understood it. You meant to do all these bad things to me, but God turned those things into something good. God used his providence, knowing what was coming up, and made good things happen out of it, and actually ended up preserving him and his family. Some of the confusion that comes in with God's providence comes from our own insufficient knowledge, I think. We try to figure out how everything is working in the world, or we try to do it with our limited knowledge of time and consequences, but God doesn't suffer from that. God is not limited by that anyway. He has full knowledge of both the past, the present, and the future. He's not limited by time, and therefore, he can work much better providentially. We might think, oh, well, God's not working in the world because I'm suffering through all these things. Imagine if Joseph said that. I'm suffering through all these things. I'm being sold into slavery. I'm falsely accused of rape. I've been thrown into prison. God's not working in this world. Oh, but he was. He was working. It just had not happened yet. God was able to see all the things that were coming further, and in reality, all those things were going to work out to be good things in the end. Work out for a good purpose anyway in the end. Let's look at Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 12. Let's read that. Ecclesiastes 6:12. For who knoweth what is good for man in this life, all the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow? For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? Well, God knows. You may not understand what's coming next and what's good. Sometimes we have to make decisions in our life and we're not even sure we're doing the right one. It's tough decision time. But God knows what the right decision is. He can see all that. Some of the other confusion comes when we question God's goodness. I'm sure Joseph had plenty of opportunities to say, well, God's not good. Look at what's happening to me. But God always does good things and can make good things happen even out of something that was bad. Let's look at the book of Habakkuk very quickly. Habakkuk chapter 1, starting in verse 2. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. God is working a work. God can use one nation against another. God can do all these kinds of things. We can read that in the history of the Bible. God can work through this world, and he can work through the natural laws and the operations of this world through his providence. God has all knowledge, and he can therefore see the consequences of all the actions and the decisions, and can put a plan into action that will fulfill the greatest good at the appropriate time. We'll look at a verse in Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4 that kind of goes along that line. There it says, but when the fullness of the time was come,
my phone for one of do dribble drills, man.
Oh, continue on, please. No.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Crunch Factory.
Word, everyone.
Hello, and welcome everyone who's here so far. I don't have a complete list. Adrian Blom, Eric Folmes, PETA, let's see, Shadowcat, Killing Joke, Daily Word.
What's up, Eric?
I'm sure there's more. I keep missing. I'm trying to scroll through.
We did not steal any of your material for today.
No, not today.
Just to
this. What did I call?
Just to be clear.
Oh, don't be a sucker. Is the title of this.
Yeah.
And there's a. This episode is based on espionage. Hello, Adrian Blom. In the case I didn't say it earlier. Yes, we are going to be covering the always cringy military films involving spies. And I actually have that queued up, so I'm going to have to change the other one. But yeah, I didn't realize how many spy films there were out there, but they are.
Oh yeah, it's a major issue.
Yeah, they are immensely hilarious. It almost makes me wish I could be in the army back in the 40s, just so I'd have to be sat down and watch these films. I guess that's the good thing about living today and having YouTube is you don't have to actually join the service to
the only memorable film that I remember watching in the Marine Corps boot camp was the STD film, and it was quite possibly still to this day the most horrific thing I've ever seen. Really? Yeah, everything that they showed you, like you could get this, and they would show you the most advanced stage of it. I don't even want to just make myself throw up thinking about it. Like we used to call it cauliflower dick.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So they actually show you the result. It's like, you want to get this, gentlemen?
Yeah. They go line by line with each fucking disease and then show you like the worst case scenario of it. There's no in between, not like how to see if you've got these symptoms so that you can catch it early. No.
Just keep it in your pants, boys. Yeah. We got a war to win.
That's right.
And welcome Malachi and Tim Tarbox.
Hey, Wrenchless One.
And JRB. See, I remembered. So we're going to be starting off today's show with a little video called, and this isn't an old school war video, but this is, I guess this is what we ended up with today. It's called How to Be a Spy by Avalon Warren.
This is why girls got to just stay off the internet,
Hello.
Man.
My name is Avalon, and today I am going to be your instructor.
Now, is she fake Russian or real Russian?
I think she is real.
The first step.
I don't know,
good
man.
Disguise accent. I'm
you
still
need a
working
Scottish
on mine.
accent.
In fact, I have voice lessons in like 20, so we'll have to make this quick. Okay. Anyways, if you really want to be a spy, prepare to give up the entire life you know so well. No friends, no family, no simple everyday little pleasures. No. Wait.
No. Spies never have pleasures.
What?
Which, they're like known. Spies are known for like indulging in just like the most degraded shit ever and like being just drunk alcoholics.
Julie, you canceled on me tonight.
That's how they get in on shit.
I was really looking forward to Netflix and chilling.
So she's a whore.
I will just have to Netflix and chill by myself.
Oh, she's gonna masturbate.
Yes, indeed. A life of solitude and sacrifice.
Arthur got TB.
Which leads me to my next point. Skills. To be a spy, you have to be highly skilled in everything. Fighting skills, gun skills.
I gotta see this.
Stealth.
We gotta see
fighting
these.
skills, gun skills, stealth.
No, I do believe she does kill someone later on in life, but I don't think it's going to have anything to do with espionage. I just bet she goes crazy and like...
You see, in that instance, I looked over there about the top story of this building over there, and I saw a butt-naked man. No, I am not proud of that. But the thing is, he never knew I was looking. If he looked and saw me, he thought I would be putting on lipstick. Stealth.
Yeah, the honey trap, right?
And even continuing on, interpersonal skills. Let me give you an example there. Hi, my name is Avalon. It's a great day, isn't it? It's a fabulous day. The sun is shining. Goodbye. It was nice to meet you. See, I had him captivated from the moment I met him. Anything that I said, anything I did.
Naked and buck naked. That is a good question. What is the difference between naked and buck naked?
Anything that I wanted.
I think she just got caught.
Finally.
She got caught, you know.
You have to be very
creeping in on her neighbors, and like
looking.
she's trying to make this is her
yes, it's unfortunate for most
video for that.
Myself, you know? I spent my entire life dedicated to acquiring all of the knowledge required to be a spy, just to find out.
Do you think buck making like you're bucking Broncos? So that's like, you know,
but that is why I'm
naked.
Here, teaching you my knowledge, in case you are.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm off to voice lessons, even though there's no point. Bye.
That was a good question. Is this Opal? Now.
No, but it seems like she had at least 2 strokes during the making of that video.
Yeah.
What was it with the weird just pauses and staring into space?
I think that like a couple of them, she was like pretending some invisible person was talking to her, and she was waiting on no response or something. I think she's just a crazy. Yeah, somebody just like spied on her, and that's just her being her normal self crazy. Like I have no doubts about that. I don't think that was an act.
Okay.
Certain aspects of that was not an act.
Well, for our second video, we're going to be joined by not 1 but 2 young white women who will be telling us about how they want to be a spy.
Oh, white women. This is my argument for why girls have.
Awesome.
Wait a minute.
Look for the herpes lip.
What are you doing? I just watched Skyfall. That was freaking awesome! I wish I could be a spy or something.
I don't know if that girl is Russian or if she just has braces.
Retarded. No, I think she's got braces and is retarded.
Forget about that.
Well, never know if you never try. I'm gonna be a spy!
Oh, you're right. Her lips are fucked up.
Yeah, right?
She's got like blood. She's got like open sores on her fucking lips. That's some chapped lips right there. We can't see the video, dude.
Not this.
Oh, what the fuck?
One.
Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Sorry. Someone should have said something earlier. You didn't miss anything on the last one either. Trust me.
Yeah. Trust me. You saw a really neurotic woman just really being cringy. Like, I didn't say it was funny. It was cringy, man. We're working our way to the funny.
Okay. Son of a bitch. All right. Let's start the show. No, we're not going to start the show over. Fuck that.
That's how much Rec disliked the first. The first one.
We don't need to see that one again. We're good enough with herp lip and fucking braces here.
The video is pay-per-view, right?
Here we go. Instead of spy games, this is lesbian games.
Yeah, I have no idea. I actually think this is like a mom and a daughter.
Oh, you think it's mom and daughter? It could be.
In their messy-ass house, man. Just shit cluttered everywhere.
What kind of laptop is that?
It's an Apple.
It is?
Yeah, you'll see it in the address in the window bar, the address bar up in the upper left. You'll see the Apple emblem.
Oh, okay.
Because you know Apple has to slap.
Oh
the
yeah,
Apple.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Even though their browser sucks, so they had to go with Firefox.
Hi, this is the CIA.
So she called the CIA in the next room, which they've already shown in the film.
Yeah.
You can come tomorrow. You'll take a test. Okay? I'll be there tomorrow.
You should really get that lip taken care of, girl. It is literally open and bleeding.
Yeah.
That's not good.
She looks like she got interrogated.
Yeah, she's already been to the gulags.
Yes. Welcome to the CIA. I'm Colonel Montgomery. Yeah, okay. will begin your test with a mental test.
No, see, I don't think it's mother and daughter. I think it's older lesbian woman with younger lesbian woman.
You think?
Yeah.
I figure it's like a mom that had I don't know, how old do they have kids over there in Russia? But they hit the wall late. They hit the wall hard, but they hit the wall late.
Well, I'm just surprised her younger daughter, if that is her mother, her younger daughter's still living with her at that age. She should already be shipped off to America to become someone's bride.
Yeah, she should have already.
or to be a prostitute, one of the two.
A few words, and you gotta answer with the first word that you think.
So you got a Steven Tyler mouth.
Yeah.
Sky, blue, water, dive,
Scary.
kale.
Disgusting.
Now it's sport test. So we'll call
Yeah, I
you
think
tomorrow
lesbian too, because any straight woman would have like had her
if
titties
you're
out their
gonna
mouth.
be a CIA spy.
For that.
So how was your day?
They're just too familiar with one another.
Which test?
To be a spy.
To be a spy? You went to the CIA?
You'd have said they're
Oh
troll.
my god. What was it?
I think I did good.
Hello, this is the CIA.
Did she just do a dance before she like?
Fail. Hello, this is the.
I gotta say that.
Hello, this is the CIA.
She did the overly dramatic phone
Yeah.
answer,
Fail every-
which confirms
thought it
her
was-
homosexuality.
Yeah, I thought it was the 80s bar floozy dance, but only lesbian women do that now.
Did they call you?
Yes.
And
I didn't pass.
you're not gonna be a spy. Oh, sorry.
It's like you can spy on my panties.
Big problem. I decided to
Let's make love on our futon.
Oh well, we'll call you back tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Went
Yep,
to
yep,
see a
yep.
love making scene. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how was your day?
my leg stuck like that.
Yeah. Retarded lesbian Russians. There you go.
Quite the disturbing turn of events in this spy film. Yes. Hello, Psycho, and hello, Doc Griffin. Welcome to the stream. That was basically the beginnings. Now we dive into the real shit. The real spy films. And believe me, they are a sight to behold. Get ready to learn something.
You ever seen where people tuck in their upper lip and make fun of someone who's got like big worse teeth? The chick on the left is doing that naturally.
Yes, she is. She's probably trying to keep her lips from getting all gnarled up.
Yeah.
So she's curling them under to keep them under her braces.
Yeah, you think that's a pussy-eating injury? That's a lesbian sports injury?
Unless that bitch has fucking sandpaper goddamn lips.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I bet the one was eating the other one out. She like fucked her hips and like got her with the pelvic bone in the mouth, man. We've all been there.
Yeah, it's definitely it's probably a yeah. It's braces related, but it's also lesbian sex related. Okay, our first official, actual, honest to God spy film. It's called Declassified World War II Spy Training Film, Body Search. Enjoy. Uh-oh. The picture you're about to see was made for the purpose of illustrating the technique of the body search. It tells the story of an untrained native courier who forgot or perhaps never knew that the quickest way to fail in your mission is to blow your cover.
Now, this is also a gun control video, and you will see.
Really?
Yes.
The well-trained agent never attracts the attention of any persons to the point where their interest culminates in a body search. He protects himself by consistent, appropriate cover and good common sense.
I'm glad one of us is literate.
Confidential. Office of Strategic Services presents.
What happened to the volume?
Body search. You can't hear it? Oh, you'd have to hear it. You'd have to be on your side. Do they really need opening credits for a military film?
No, I keep my side muted, and I just listen to it through the...
What, through the stream?
No, through the, because it comes through the Skype.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just don't have it up loud enough. It's pretty loud.
No, it's loud. Yeah, it's loud as shit on. Like...
It's like an Ed Wood film.
I gotta say, you gotta say something for 1940s wallpaper, though. Let's give it up for the wallpaper.
The wallpaper is more elaborate than the photos they hang on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they got the little fucking quarter-round trim up there and everything. Shit's fancy. Everyone lived in hotels then.
Not exactly.
Spies did.
This is a well-planned meeting between two acquainted agents, Courier and Cutout. The place, a censored town in enemy area. The purpose, a special operation.
Anytown, USA.
Meet Steve.
I see where the football team has a new goalie.
Steve's gonna take a picture.
I see where random football team has new goalie.
The conversation is innocent.
Obviously
the walls
not in the
of
United
enemy
States.
Area have ears. It isn't all small talk.
Is that a joint?
When cover for the
Looks-
visit has
no, it's a
been
match, I
established, the work begins.
Oh, okay, there we go. I forgot those
Work
exist.
which will soon end in a special operation in the capital of enemy
Oh,
area,
they're
Now
gonna
they're
make
gonna
love.
dance.
90 miles away.
Now begins the
The musical
sex.
accompaniment will jam any dictaphone
This is the honey
the
pot.
enemy may have planted.
What?
Steve will carry the
There-
plan for that operation, those 90 miles. Steve, the traveling salesman
Steve,
for a
meet
collaborationist sales firm.
Ah, microfilm.
The courier,
The key to
with
being a
perfect
spy.
cover for a trip to the capital.
Now stick this up your ass. Oh no, I forgot. It's not microfilm, it's LSD. There you go. Now you'll trip balls in an hour.
Under a phony callus.
Under a phony callus. Because, you know, that's not going to, like, damage the photograph at all.
Yep.
Walking all over it.
Now let me apply the glue. It'll tickle a little
Okay,
bit.
Steve, that does it.
They'd be better off, like, putting it,
I'll
like,
put this
I
on,
don't
you're
know,
all set.
backside of the ball
That's the
sack.
belt, Steve. With it, you can hold up your pants and enemy.
Yeah, putting it in a
aircraft
high
without
friction
saying
area
hi.
doesn't seem like a good choice.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna put it right on the ball of your
For
foot.
something as sensitive as 1940s
A
film.
belt. with
Plus,
a
it's
coded
flammable.
message.
They could have put it in
A
the
courier
arch.
with cover,
Wow, they didn't know his
confidence,
pant size, huh?
Courage.
He also doesn't know how to tie a tie.
Well, you sure understand everything now. It's in the bag.
The big part's supposed to be longer than the little part, sir.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know what you were talking. I didn't even catch that the first time I watched this, man. I think I was mesmerized by the wallpaper.
That's the dead giveaway. He's a spy.
Yeah.
No honest American would tie his tie that way. Dead
No,
giveaway.
I think that the belt, like Eric, I think the belt, they asked why they took the belt off. I think the belt
The belt is what?
is a special belt. Like,
Oh, it's a spy belt. Ah,
Yeah.
utility belt. Gotta love these musical interludes. Hands up! We saw your tie coming in.
I'll tell you this, man. People in the 40s, man, didn't know how to, like, look at that. That's the best that you had to do to hold someone up. Just grab them by underneath the armpits. And,
Yep.
Because he brought along a pistol.
Well, look at him. He's kind of a frail gent.
Instead, it got him into one.
God, his
Brought
pants are
along a
way
pistol.
too fuck. It's like, where'd you get
Steve
that
was
fucking
feeling romantic
suit off a
last
corpse?
night. And he had a date. There was an embrace, and the girl's hand accidentally touched a pistol that Steve carried in the small of the rack. Now, the small of the
Gun
rack
control
gave
now.
him a place to hide a pistol, but not in a tight squeeze.
Oh
Yes,
no.
Steve had a date with a
He's
girl.
in the
because
mafia.
Germans often reported
Now
on
he's
each
got a
other
date
for
with
having a
secret
gun,
police.
Swastika.
right?
2 of them.
Oh, swastikas everywhere. This takes place in Germany.
Ah.
Here comes the body search.
Are we going to see buttocks?
Yes.
Well, Steve, This is it.
Strip.
This is where Frank's
Way to
handiwork
go,
gets the
Steve.
acid test.
Oh, Tim, I'd definitely smash her, even though she's a,
All right,
you know,
strip.
she's a patriot for her
Quickly,
country.
please.
Now look at the flag. Now, did you notice, like,
What the
before
fuck?
The Nazi had the swastika,
Yeah.
like at the train station,
Go
but the
ahead.
flag and everyone
No
in here
smoking.
has this weird ass like Foursquare shit. I don't know.
Pick that cigarette up.
Why did they?
And
Wow.
look at his like his cover
Now give
too.
it to
The
me.
cover's wrong.
Censorship
Don't
back
try that
then,
again.
even.
You're not the first who's tried
But
to
why
burn
have the
Mexican
Nazi
cigarette.
in the fucking train
Yeah, no
station?
shit.
Get your clothes off.
If you could only get out of this room for a minute.
See, this is the progressive agenda even back then. It started out with this film and grew to what we have today. We won't show you the
Did you notice
swastika,
that-
but we'll show you a naked man.
It's that secret. Is it this one where it says secret police at the front of the headquarters?
Yeah.
I'll go to the toilet before we get on with this. The prisoner will be granted no requests until after the search.
They didn't
This guy-
even bring in
oh,
real German actors for the fucking to play the Nazis.
Yeah.
Like the last film we'll be watching tonight.
Tough luck.
Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah.
But you see, the enemy knows the more
It totally makes up for the lack of commitment on the part of the Nazis in this one.
To them.
Actually, the last film
And they
makes
don't want
Americans
that
look like
evidence
boobs.
flushed down a toilet.
The guy on the right looks like the dude from No Agenda
Still think you have a
TV.
chance, Steve?
He looks like fucking Barton Fink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's way too Jewy to be a Nazi.
Frank did a good job.
Look like John Turturro and Barton
Poor
Fink.
Steve.
That's a dead fucking
You're in for a
ringer.
blow.
Yep. It's a
You're
straight
going to
line,
find
man.
that in
Forehead to
any
nose
area.
tip.
When a man under definite suspicion, searches
Seriously, it
on
looks like a
thorough-
It does.
And when a man tips his hand as you did, carrying a concealed weapon, they become bloodless autopsies.
Bloodless. The doctor, when he comes in, man, is
Checking it for
fucking-
lice.
They begin at the top of your head. It's no exaggeration to say not a hair is left unturned.
Okay, he's not a filthy Jew.
National Socialist waffles.
That's the logo.
Yeah.
Or it's the fucking Windows font. Or the
You know,
Windows
IHOP
logo.
would have been a waffle shop if the Nazis would have won.
This is Bill Gates' final solution.
I think that's what Nazis had for breakfast was Luftwaffles.
The fascist regime of Microsoft.
Yeah, that's it.
Doctors don't really
Sit down.
use those things.
I guess they did in
They
1940s,
probe your
man.
nose.
Even then, I thought that was a dentist thing.
Get your ass to Mars.
Like, why do you have a hand? Why do you have a hand light and the reflector?
I don't know.
They pry into your ears.
Because isn't that what that was supposed to do? Was to reflect light into your?
I think it's supposed to reflect all the light that's bouncing back at the thing you're looking at and narrow your field of vision to just, I don't know. I'm
Your
speculating
mouth
here.
gets special attention.
So they just took him to the dentist. That sounds like a pretty good plan.
Investigators know that teeth make good hiding places, and they're as efficient as a dentist tailing a cavity.
Well, that makes it sound good. Why wouldn't you want to
Yeah,
be a
you get a
spy?
good cleaning and shit, man.
No shit. It's a hell of a lot better than having them fucking pry all your teeth out individually and then check for the microfilm.
To you, your eyes are a priceless possession.
That's why they gouge them out
They're
last.
checking to see if he's a
They're
replicant.
nothing more than highly suspect areas.
Got that
or
social
hidden
security
messages.
number tattooed on the inside of his.
Wait.
or tattooed on his.
Did they say that they would hide secret messages in someone's eyes
Yeah.
Your entire body is scrutinized. Inch
and
by
rubbed?
Yeah, you get a nice standing massage.
No shit.
Because you know that Jew's got some soft hands, right?
You get an eye check, ear
Skin.
checkup, check for lice, full dentistry,
Oh.
chiropractic. It's the works. Ah, now the part I'm most interested in. The gluteus oh. Oh no!
Yeah.
All private parts are carefully inspected.
Spread it.
Then a
buddy.
Jewish man jerks you off for 30 minutes. Make sure you don't have
They said
secrets hidden
carefully
in your
inspected,
semen.
but he didn't lift the ball sack, man. Oh, here it comes.
Oh no! Forget what I said earlier. Yeah, the microfilm's not up there.
That's all. Put on the towel.
Yeah, he didn't
Fully
even
humiliated, Hans retreats into the background.
Getting a leg massage, man. You know, you can't even
Nah,
walk.
those kneecaps are fucking gangly, though. Jesus Christ. Smuggling fucking cabbages in those things.
This guy looks turned on, man.
Oh, I was going to say.
It might be
He's got
wise
dog
to show
bones on
much
his collars,
concern
though.
for This region,
Yeah,
as he
yeah.
shows by so nervously biting his lip.
Yeah, I love what they did to these uniforms, man.
Oh, no, they got to find it now. You're fucked, Hans. We got you, nigga.
Here it comes.
Now, why doesn't he break out his karate shit and start kicking him in the face and shit?
Yeah, so think about this. That film's been glued to a piece of fake skin and smashed thousands of times. That is the most resilient film
If you will
ever.
pardon a cruel joke, you really put your foot in it that time.
It'd be funny if it was a photo of his own ass.
Right?
The enemy will.
It's my rectal
An
ID.
attitude consistent with your cover, indignation, resigned dignity, or willing collaboration might have saved you.
So
You know,
Here you are.
You know the real shitty thing about this is like,
already
yeah,
out
the
of
guy
a job.
fucked up, but this narrator's
And the
just like
clothes
berating a
search
guy
just beginning.
who's about to go to
When it
fucking
comes to clothes
certain
and
fucking
personal
like
effects,
hell.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this country.
Investigators take nothing for granted.
I mean, they make it seem like, well, they found what they're looking for, so they're just going to release him, you know,
And carry on from there.
and let him on his way. Like, no,
begin
he's
at
probably
the
going to be
top,
tortured and
Steve.
killed.
And work down. Or are you familiar with that procedure by now?
They did something worse than killed him. They destroyed his fedora.
Linings
Oh
are
shit,
studied and
man.
ripped out.
That's
if
the real
necessary.
crime.
A coat gets a going over that would make its tailor squirm.
Yeah, but that
Alarming.
wasn't a fucking custom
Shoulder
fit
pads.
coat.
Yeah,
Seams
that
and
was
pockets
the
are
Sears
checked and
suit,
double-checked.
man.
Yeah, that was so baggy on him. Jesus, he looked like a
Labels come
hobo.
off. Buttons are examined. Shirts and underwear get
This
the
is why the
ultraviolet
Nazis
ray
lost the
treatment
war.
for
They spent
invisible
all their time
objects.
fucking.
They spent too much time peering over, other men's clothing.
Sewing is checked against the possibility of writing coded messages on thread. Shoes are potential gold mines of evidence.
Yeah, why didn't they just put it in the shoe as opposed to
Gold
the?
mines soon assayed. The
Yeah,
space
because
between
in
the
this
sole,
video, they didn't
the
start
hollow of
searching
the
all
heel,
that shit until they found
The
it.
canvas lining
Yeah.
under the tongue, and the shoelace tips are all searched. Yes, Steve? The places for concealment were...
Yes, Steve, there was nowhere on you
But the
or on your
investigators
clothing
were
that you could have hidden anything. They would have
Yeah.
fucking
How
found it
about their
anyway.
effects,
All
Steve?
because you carried a
Will
gun.
they stand up as well as your
I
clothes?
told you this was a hidden gun control,
Again, each
trying to
article
dissuade
is
people from
considered
arming themselves in a hostile
until its
country.
innocence has been proved. When the naked eye fails, magnifying glasses and microscopes take over, searching for pinpoints
Yeah, that was the golden
and
age of
markings
wingtips too, man.
containing coded messages. No
Now they're gonna
area
roll
is too
joints.
small
They found a
or
message
too
in the
insignificant
tobacco.
for the investigators' attention.
This has got to be the most boring job ever.
No shit. Now they're just
Where's
taking
some hella
it
good
out
glasses,
on all of
man?
his
That
shit.
dude wanted. Yeah, that dude went to town on that thing to get that lens out. Like, you think they know that there's a screw on the side and the thing pops apart, right?
That's a fine quality belt. Oh,
Money is carefully inventoried, and a note is made on the denomination, date, type.
why?
and
They're
serial
just going to
number
get
the
rid of
bills.
him.
Your number is up today, Steve. Thanks to this
Good job,
video,
Steve.
Frank's may be up tomorrow. Bills are then soaked in boiling water to separate the layers and
Why?
expose possible hidden information.
You've already found the microfilm.
Yeah.
What's the point?
When the mind suspects chemicals can...
I'll tell you
prove
what,
resistant,
too. These Germans look awful American.
take
Oh,
a look
yeah.
at the iodine fumes test for secret ink.
This is just what some Hollywood
Before
dude
the
like
search is
put
over,
together in his own head.
everything, including your body, may get the same treatment.
Like, I'm sorry, but once the Nazis find a microfilm on you, you're pretty well dead.
Hey, just in case you didn't get enough ass before.
We're going to leave you for a while. If you get cold, put these on.
We care about our spies. They just want
Now,
to
in actuality, the preferred thing when you catch a spy is to turn the spy.
turn him out.
There you go.
So he'll start turning tricks. Wear this, baby. You're going to be hitting the street tonight. Balls! No! No! Come on! And just like that, the homosexual agenda began. These pants fit much better.
Yeah, they do, actually. Those are like the pants he showed up at the studio
Orderly.
with.
Yes, sir. Has the dossier on the prisoner been assembled yet? Yes, sir.
Have you made an outline of his penis yet?
Record all of his actions during this period.
Yes, sir. We have a complete transcript of the prisoner's actions since he entered the room.
Who are the good guys? I don't...
Yeah.
Are we siding with the military? Are we siding with the spy?
Yeah, or the waffles.
Yeah, it's
I'm
so
siding with the waffles.
it's so ambiguous at this point. If they just would have left it a swastika, we would have known who to root for.
And special attention given that belt.
The Nazis,
Very
obviously.
good, sir.
God, they're still going over the belt.
Well, that's because he picked it up and looked at it, see?
Day 3.
Dear
Now
God.
we boiled the belt.
Everything gets boiled.
And we forced him to eat his own belt. Then we inspected his feces.
Lieutenant. Splendid. I knew we'd find something. Good work, Franz.
It's leather, sir.
Yeah,
So you
it
thought it
says
was easy carrying a message.
100% rawhide.
Not with this enemy. It takes more than courage and confidence to operate in enemy area. It takes cover.
Those aren't the same pants he put
By
on.
your conspicuousness.
Those are his old pants. Those are the baggy pants.
Bring the prisoner to the interrogation room.
Look how afraid he is.
Instead
They're going to
of
make me wear
hopelessly
different
walking
pants
toward
again.
The interrogation room. You could be walking the streets in freedom.
Just
walking
to
to
carry
your
a gun.
destination and accomplishing our mission.
And in well-fitting
Walking
pants.
ahead of the enemy, not into him.
Yeah, those aren't the pants he left the spy place with.
Yeah, no shit. The trickery of switching pants on your prisoner is highly dubious. Steve never had a chance after the beguiling informant of the enemy police discovered the pistol. The search only changed him from a suspicious character to a guilty one. Remember, there's only one way to beat a body search. Avoid possibility of one. Don't carry a gun. Yeah, this is a fucking definite pro-gun control one.
Yep. It's like teaching spies not to go packing.
The surprise ending of How to Be a Spy. Don't carry a gun. Wow, that's terrible. So anti-American. Considering it was like entirely fucking, cast with Americans.
Yeah.
Seems highly
Playing
dubious.
bad Nazis. That's the thing I'm most offended by is just how poorly they represented my German peoples.
Oh, and hello, Red Feather. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, you missed your ass shot. That's our only ass shots for the night, Red Feather.
I don't know if you're here for the balls, but there were balls on stream. Not our finest moment here on the Cringe Factory. Okay, our next film is Racial and Religious Propaganda. Don't Be a Sucker. 1945 War Department education film. And this is a doozy. Dun, 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 dun. Don't be a sucker, motherfucker.
With wrestling.
But this was back when it was real. Oh!
Oh!
This looks
Man,
like a
those
fake,
ropes
doesn't
aren't even tight enough to straighten them
Well,
out.
it is a fake. But here's a fellow who's willing to bet his hard-earned money on it.
Hell yeah, this is real.
Henry here got on the train with $200. He couldn't see any harm in a friendly game of cards. What if the other men were strangers?
He's begrudgingly giving all his money
Joe
away.
Collins. He's got a nice wife at home. But he met this girl at the bar, and she looked kind of cute.
She didn't. Did you like that? I love that.
Yeah.
That fucking. I got to back that up. The subtle tit grab.
Yeah, man, that was sucker free. Now let's see. Let's place our bets. This guy's going to get an STD and give it to his wife.
Watch it closely. Here it comes.
Met this girl at the bar, and she looked kind of cute.
Boom!
Boom!
She's all fresh. Ugh. Vice, buddy. Drop the prostitute.
Oh, the old, she was the hook.
Yep. Hence, hooker.
That, like, what guy who's willing to beat a guy over the head and steal his money? What guy is going to have the chick pull the money from the wallet? Or even touch that shit?
Yeah.
People who stay up nights figuring out how to take away what they've got.
The ball and cup game is a guaranteed loser.
There are all kinds of games and all kinds of suckers. Take Mike here, for instance.
Look at that
He's got
face.
everything, you might say. He's
Look
young,
at that dumb
he's
fuck.
healthy, he's got a job.
That's the great thing about
And
this
he's
video,
got a
is it's
country
literally this
called
fucking.
America.
Oh, the last one too. It's just literally a narrator going, "Look at this dumb fuck."
I love this fucking narration though. Wait a minute. You gotta get the whole lead
All kinds
in.
of games and all kinds of suckers. Take Mike here, for instance. He's got
He's a
everything,
cocksucker.
I might say. He's young. He's healthy. He's got a job.
What else does he
And
have?
he's got a country called America. It's a wonderful thing to have.
Oh, that America.
America. Lots of room. Room enough to raise plenty of food.
I'm getting hard just thinking
Big
about
factories to make things a man can use.
Cringe factories.
Big cities to do the business of a big country. And people. Lots of people. Enough to
Too
work
many
the farm and build the factories,
it. Cringe factories.
dig the mines,
Cringe mines.
and run the business. All kinds of people. People from different countries with different religions.
All white, though.
different colored skins.
Oh, okay.
Free people.
Except for the black
They
people.
can
They're
live
not
together and work together and build America together because they're free.
free.
Free to
Cowboys.
vote. To say what they pleased. Go to their own churches.
There we go. We're back. Yeah.
To pick their own jobs.
Now I'm just warning you. This is the
Mike's
first
got
diversion
something,
film
all
ever
right.
made by the government, so it's not going to be very
He's got
good.
America.
He's so proud of his America.
But there
Can
are
you hear me?
guys who stay
Yeah.
up nights
Okay.
figuring
I unplugged
out
my
how to
mic to
take
get
that away
untangled.
from him.
I want to give you the truth, folks. The truth about America. I know you've got a lot of questions.
It's
You want to know
CNN.
why you're not getting the breaks you deserve? Well, I'm not a politician, but I've made it my business to study these things, and I happen to know the facts. Now, friends, I'm just an average American. But I'm an American.
I'm also
I
drunk.
see in this country of ours make my
Did they
blood
really
boil.
have at any point in time like some guy standing on a courthouse yelling at the public like this?
I see Negroes
I
holding
have no-
jobs that belong to me and you.
Oh no!
Oh,
If we
Negroes!
allow this thing to go on, what's going to become of us real Americans?
I've heard this kind of talk before, but I never expected to hear it in
This
America.
is an Illuminati
Well, it seems
first film. You'll see.
Yes, he knows all right.
What's the answer?
I've heard this before, comrade.
You'll find it right here in this little pamphlet.
Communist Manifesto.
Truth about Negroes and foreigners. Truth about the
There you
Catholic
go.
Church. Now, friends, these books are free. Paid for by real Americans who want others
Why
to
did
know
you
the
take
truth.
that?
Excuse me, young man, but are you actually going to read that stuff?
Sure, why not? You heard what he said, didn't you?
Yes, I heard. But do you believe in that kind of talk?
Is that a guy with a foreign accent? Like
It's a
trying-
Jew.
You as an American
Yeah.
American. And I tell you,
That's why he's heard it
friends,
before.
we'll never be able to call this country our own.
Like my uncle
until
made
it's a
this up
country without.
for the Goyim.
Without what? Yeah.
Jack
that's
Black's
what.
father.
Without Negroes. without alien foreigners,
As if Sinatra
without
says.
Catholics, without
No,
Freemasons.
we're looking for the quartering.
He's Jew or German? No, he's definitely Jewish.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think he's a
that fellow's
Russian
talking about
Jew.
me. And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
The Russian Jews were the
These are
ones
your
that made
enemies.
up the whole racism and
These are
everything.
the people who are trying to take over our country.
Color Revolution.
Now you know them.
What?
You know what they stand for. And it's up to you and me to fight them. Fight them and destroy them before they
hell
destroy
dear.
us.
Bah!
The one guy. I converted one of them.
Before he said Masons, you were ready to agree with him.
See?
But he was
Told you
talking
this is
about...
Illuminati.
What about those other people?
What about those Masons? They sounded great.
In this country, we have no other people.
No,
We
he's
are
a Mason.
American people, all of us.
What about you? You aren't American.
The only thing that matters
I
is
was
the
born in
Union.
Hungary, but now I am an American citizen.
Oh, see, he
And I
just
have seen
said
what
it.
this
He's
kind
a
of talk
foreigner.
can do. I saw it in Berlin.
Come over here to change
Oh, you
America.
don't know?
See, he saw it in
Professor
Berlin.
At the university. I heard the same words we have heard today. But I was a fool then.
I was a
thought
Jew
Nazis
then.
were crazy people, stupid fanatics. But unfortunately, it was not so.
So they're trying to
You
sell
see,
the Nazis
they
as a
knew
way to
that they
shut
were
up.
not strong enough to conquer a unified country. So they split Germany into small groups. They used prejudice as a practical weapon to cripple the nation. Of course, that was not easy to do. They had to
Listen to
work
this
hard to
Jew.
do it.
Jesus Christ.
You see,
My
we
temple
human
master
beings
told me
are
about
not
this
born
fucker.
with prejudices. Always they are made for us. Made by someone who wants something. Remember that when you hear this kind of talk.
I'm hearing it right
Somebody's
now,
going to
Jew.
do
Yeah, right?
something else, and it isn't going to be you.
What's your last name, sir?
Not
Yeah,
the
this
last
guy here on the
period.
right invoked just as extreme,
I saw
if
it
not
happen.
more extreme,
I
circumstances
saw it
than the
first
guy
in
who was
Berlin in
like
1932.
yelling out loud.
Yep.
5 young men that I knew were standing in the crowd listening to the Nazi speaker.
It's Christopher Reeves.
Eric was a Catholic. Anton, a student of mine, was a Jew. Heinrich owned a small hardware store. Karl was
That
a
was his
farmer,
religion.
Yeah.
and Hans
It was
an
David
unemployed
Bowie.
metal worker.
To all true Aryan
So we got
Germans,
Heimlich Himmler and David
I say
Bowie
this
in the
time
crowd.
You inherited the nation which rightfully belongs to you. To you alone belongs the glorious destiny of the greater Germany. The Nazi Party will provide land for the farmer, work for the worker, and profit
Well, at
for
least
the
they
small
like to use the real
businessman.
swastikas in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Who is getting these things now? The Jew.
The Jew.
Jew who has stolen our nation
here,
and
I
our
got some.
birthright.
Well, so why is
Who
the Jew...
makes all the money and takes all our jobs?
There's one of them.
Jew! He must be shunned. He must be ostracized. He must be
You know, I was
eliminated.
really into this speech until you called out
And
the
the
Jews.
We
Yeah.
don't want our great nation
Yeah, he,
run
the
by a
young guy,
foreign
was
church.
just
We
pissed off because
Germans
he
will know
called
what
out
to
the
do with these
fucking,
people when the time comes.
the,
They and their
Freemasons.
faith must be destroyed.
Hey.
They are the Freemasons. In Germany, we have no place for
Hey. Now he's calling us all out.
and that is the Nazi Party. There will be no secrecy.
Get
about
away
that.
from me, Illuminati.
To greater Germany.
One by one, he attacked each minority and he split them off one from the other.
Until there wasn't a crowd
All
left.
Germans when they came here today. Now
The
they were
Fuhrer
split
had to
into
take him off his
rival
post because they said he was
groups,
too
suspicious
hateful.
of each other, hating each other.
oh, where's it
They
at?
were being swindled, all of them.
Oh, no.
But the man who was really being fooled was Hans. He was pure German, according to Nazi standards.
That's
I feel
right.
pretty
He's
goddamn
an
good.
Aryan. Man, look at that.
He fell for
Happy motherfucker, man. He's...
You who are true Aryan Germans will share the glorious destiny of our fatherland.
There's a place for me in the
You
Reich
are the
after all.
pure-blooded, the master race. It is your divine right to rule, and the Nazi Party stands ready to put you into power. It is for you to command all Germany, and someday the entire world.
I've been incensed.
That's
The
how
entire
Hans became
world.
a Superman. They gave him a uniform and they pumped up his ego.
Practicing his salute,
Yep.
He
man.
wasn't just a little fellow out of work anymore. He was a member of the master race.
The fine-looking Nazi
His
right
wife
there,
couldn't
man.
quite understand. Even though he was a Superman, there wasn't any food in the house. Stupid woman. Didn't she realize that the Nazis were going to make jobs for everybody?
Well,
There
back
would be
then, that was
plenty
actually
food
kind of
and
true.
clothing and the new house.
I mean,
they wanted.
they are kind of forgetting certain key parts of history.
And their children would someday rule
Yes,
the
it's
world.
very lopsided,
But
I
his
would
wife,
say.
silly woman, still wondered where the next meal was coming from.
Why do you want to go against those who try to starve us and impose sanctions on our livelihood?
People should be put in jail. Hans had swallowed the bait all right. And these were the men who baited the hook. Why?
Man, that's pretty good Hitler.
Hans could come to power? Of course not.
Playing the role of Hitler?
They would merely use Hans to help them get there. He would do the dirty work for them.
He would do the nasty for them.
The nasty work.
All playing a sucker's game. They gambled with other people's liberty. And of course, they lost their own.
Man, this is like the largest fucking production ever.
Yeah, I think that this is footage here.
Oh, okay.
That's really Hitler, man.
There were trade unions to be smashed.
See, they're violating copyright, German copyright law, man.
There were many political parties in Germany. These the Nazis destroyed. They were determined to smash every organization where people might band together and resist them. There were Jews
no more Catholics, fuck you.
Killed. The Jews were not powerful, but they were a convenient excuse for all the nation's ills.
Yeah, they weren't powerful at all.
A Nazi party member could not take over this man's stall. Hundreds of Catholics were put in jail.
Catholics? No, the Catholics actually worked with the Nazis.
Resist the Nazi drive for power. They had split the nation into a
their bishop said that, or archbishop said that. It literally said Hitler was a good boy, man.
Pieces. Over these broken pieces, the Nazis rode into power. One party, one nation, one religion.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad so far.
I'm down for that, man.
They now ruled all of Germany. But still they had trouble with their oldest and most persistent enemy, the truth. They found that
damn good with the sign
does
language.
Not die easily. And so they decided to abolish truth.
See, son, propaganda works both
One
ways.
great source of truth is literature. So they burned books. 20 million of them. Many great men in Germany who were spokesmen for truth were jailed or driven from their country.
Much like in the United States, year 2018.
Good day. Yeah.
Education was discouraged.
Boy, man, is this a prophetic film or what, right?
Dropped 53%.
They claimed they weren't fascists and that they were actually fighting fascism.
Now they just have one. They have one fucking descriptor for all of those things they hate, and it's called a straight white man.
In Germany, you had to get your information from Dr. Goebbels. He knew what was best for you.
He was a doctor, after all.
You couldn't see this movie.
I am a doctor.
Or listen to this music.
Why would you want to?
And you couldn't watch Joe Louis fight because the champion had black skin. He disproved Hitler's theory of Nordic supremacy. Albert Einstein, one of the world's great scientists, disproved that theory too. He was non-alien, so he had to leave Germany. His mind was dedicated to the search for truth, and the Nazis,
which is why he studied
were most afraid of
why he studied abroad.
The church was one force in Germany still strong enough to proclaim the truth in public.
No doubt is possible that we Christians are in a grave battle.
That's a fucking hell of a pulpit.
Against us stands
man, don't do it like that over here, man.
No shit.
out of blood.
They should, man. Preachers would see a lot more cleavage and maybe rape less kids, man.
From cool repudiation to hate-filled causes.
I want to be 12 feet above the audience.
That centuries have dulled. The aim of this battle is to dislodge Christianity from our fatherland.
This Catholic priest was arrested the following day on charges of immorality.
I thought he was Transylvanian.
The Protestant Church also continued to try and fight for truth.
He who desires liberty for himself cannot deny it to others, lest he lose what he has gained. This is the great lesson the world can learn from Germany.
The Nazis put this man in a concentration camp.
He belonged there.
There were others who spoke for truth.
He fit in.
And I am proud to say that
lots of friends there
were among them.
And what, may I ask?
And they really don't like class reunions over there, right? They just
know
call them
myself.
all class reunions. They call them concentration camps.
What our present so-called authorities have to say about him. They say he is tall.
Is this studying the Jew?
Slender.
You're making a mockery of the political party, sir. You must go away.
Blue-eyed. And blonde. There is no Aryan race. And more important,
No, that's actually
there
not
is
true.
no master race. There
I'm
are
going
people
to argue with
who
that
may
too.
find these ideas convenient, but science cannot support them. There is
Of course, we wield science as we see fit.
that there's
So,
any correlation between a man's racial characteristics and his native ability or character. In all racial groups, we find the same range of potentialities. We find idiots and geniuses. We find criminals and philanthropists. We must judge each man as an individual and not by the color of his skin or his eyes.
excuse me, that's I have a dream. You're being arrested for plagiarism, sir. There are still copyright laws.
Come in,
Well, they already stole like a bunch of
yourselves
German
comfortable.
copyright law.
Come in.
There are many.
I love how like every Jew that was ever stopped by a Nazi shown
We
in
each
film,
have
they're always like
different
stand up like this.
capabilities,
They're never breaking
different
down because they know what's
backgrounds,
going on or nothing.
different
They're
views
just
about what's
always
right
like
and
real
what's wrong.
fucking like coy and shit.
Like the difference between me and these gentlemen.
And I love how
who
like
just
these
arrived.
guys, because you
But
know,
that
fucking
is
the
not
SS
the
would have just stood there and
difference
listened
in
to this
race.
shit, right?
It is a difference in the way we
He would have already been carted off.
Yeah.
remember that. And remember that there is no master race. That is a scientific truth. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Here's what we think of your line, sir.
And so, for all practical purposes, truth had been abolished in Germany.
Oh, good.
A lot of my
Well,
Germans
our
Just like
truth.
America.
wondered what had hit
Yeah.
them. How did it happen? Where did it start?
You know what they didn't
Started
have?
right here.
Fucking 10-year-old
And this
boys
was
out
where
there
it could have been
fucking
stopped.
pretending to be
If
transgender.
those people had stood together,
You know what they did also
They
didn't have?
protected
A
each
kick-ass propaganda
they
machine.
resisted the Nazi threat.
Yeah.
Together,
Actually,
they would have been strong.
They did have pretty
Once
good
they allowed
propaganda
themselves to be
machine.
split apart, they were
No, I mean the Jews.
When
Oh,
that
yeah.
first minority lost out, everybody.
Why do you think they took
made
over
the
fucking
mistake of
entertainment
gambling
after the
with other
war?
people's freedom. Now let's
Never
see how
again.
those bets paid off.
Never.
Carl the
This
farmer
may
was
have been the
gambling on a
beginnings
better
of it,
life for
right?
himself.
They realized the
But he
one
got some
fault:
extra hours of
winning the hearts and minds of the
backbreaking
people.
work, as much as 100 hours a week. He was forced to stay on his land and produce what he was told to produce, because now Hitler was preparing
Wait a
for
minute,
war.
wait a minute. Does he have the strap around
But
him and
Heinrich,
not
who
the
owned
plow?
hardware
Yep.
store,
What a
had
dumb
to
fuck.
pay off either.
The fuck, man?
104,000 small businesses were closed in 2 years. And for Hans, conditions hadn't improved any. He had
Well,
a
you have to
job now
win the war.
in the
Win.
munitions factory,
Win.
But he worked long hours for little pay. The working conditions grew increasingly bad.
That's crazy because they talk about how
Even
the
though he
German,
didn't
like,
like the
you
job,
know,
he wasn't
economics
committed to leave
and
it.
people like incomes like
There
jumped
still wasn't enough food
once
in
the
his
Nazis
house.
were in control.
Hitler said you couldn't have butter.
Well, you know,
and
this is
cannons.
the quote-unquote truth.
Hans couldn't
Yeah.
have butter. And when Hitler decided the time was right,
Like, I
Germany
just
went
had a
to
guy
war.
with a master's degree in
Not
history
by
talking
declaring
about how they were still
by a
making, like,
carefully
all the
prepared
cosmetics
sneak
and all the
attack.
shit that keep the quality of life at
Once
its
again,
peak
Hitler needed
when they were
Hans
being,
to
like,
do his dirty
taken
work.
over and shit all the way to the end.
Hans
And it was
was
like
an
the way they
expert
fucked
at
up.
brutality by this time. And Hitler had decided to use Hans and his brutality against other peoples. The Czechs, the Poles, the French, the Russians.
We're going to see this guy in the
But
fucking
in the crucial test
Nuremberg
of
trial.
war,
Probably.
Hitler's race theories didn't pay off. His pure-blooded supermen were defeated by the mongrel armies he despised. by the British at El Alamein. By the Russians at Stalingrad. And then on D-Day by American soldiers of every color and religion who smashed across the Normandy beaches and
the blacks were
drove on
cooks.
through to the heart of Germany.
They made kind of a big deal about that.
For the misguided Germans who had swallowed the Nazi bait, the Nazi game did not pay off.
Nazi bait.
The continent of Europe was strewn with
Sounds like
millions of
something
German
fucking
bodies. Pure
white supremacists do at night.
Karl the farmer was left in the snow outside of Moscow. Heinrich stayed in Italy at Salerno.
Well, at least he got the beach.
And Hans, who was going to rule the world,
got buried.
Only a little patch of Normandy that he could call his own.
We must never let that happen to us or to our country. We must never let ourselves be divided by race.
See, we spread our propaganda sneakily by whispering in your ear and pulling you aside and telling it to you, not screaming it on a street corner. See how much more effective it is?
And then you belong to other minority groups.
He just told him he was a Mason and called Masons a minority.
You go to the Methodist Church. Your right to belong to these minorities is a precious thing.
We're all minorities.
Be what you are and say what you think, because here we have personal freedom. We have liberty. And these are not just fancy words. This is a practical and priceless way of living. But we must work at it.
He's a young Frank Sinatra wannabe.
Everyone's liberty, or we can lose our own.
Seems like it, huh?
If we allow any minority to lose it.
See, he didn't even read the shit to see what the guy was saying. How do you...
I take this Jew on faith.
And this is not simply an idea. This is good, hard common sense. You see, here in America is not a question whether we tolerate minorities. America is minorities.
What?
God damn, this is like just literal...
What year was this
This
made?
is progressive propaganda.
This
1945.
So, when did the ADL have Kennedy title his book Nation of Immigrants?
Let's be selfish.
Oh, you're saying it's just more fucking plagiarism?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's at least 20 years in the making, because they claimed that was the beginning of, like, you know, they brought in and then they changed the immigration policies in the United States.
Well, I apologize.
Answer that they did it under.
I do apologize, folks. I thought this was a spy film because it was the Don't Be a Sucker. Actually, that had nothing to do with spies, did it? That was more or less just like, don't let the infiltration... Well, I guess you could kind of consider it a spy. You had your Jewish spy trying to spread his progressive nonsense to the well-meaning America lover who's only
I bet he was a Russian Jew in Berlin.
His only opposing line of thought was the bigot. It's like, so you either agree with me or you're a bigot. See how that works?
Or no Nazi.
This is the world that we create for you. We only give you two choices. Make one. You will forever be bigot. You join the progressive right side of history, folks.
Well, see, that's the way you work. That's the way you work those Freemasons, man. But you put everything in those.
Isn't it fucking amazing?
dialectics.
Isn't it amazing how that shit is still, I mean, to the letter being taught today in the exact same fucking fashion? It's incredible. Blatant
60 years
indoctrination.
later, they're calling non-Nazis Nazis.
Blatant indoctrination. Thanks, Rick. I feel much more PC now. Well, that unintentional slip-up will be corrected with this fine film called Espionage Target U, 1964 U.S. Armed Forces training film. This should have been called Don't Be a Sucker.
This man's name is Nick McCrados. Destination, Munich. Occupation, freelance journalist, door-to-door salesman, jack
And
of all
God of
trades,
War.
with no particular skill in any. But in Vienna, his last stop in a search of fortune, McCrados made a contact that promises to open for him a whole new career.
Yeah, he's on his way to Eunuch.
This girl's name is Tomoko Kimura.
She's kind of hot.
Occupation, taxi dancer in Tokyo's music hall, a favorite night spot of American servicemen. Lately, having struck up an acquaintance with a U.S. Marine, Tomoko has made his service club her afternoon hangout.
So she's a military whore.
Yes. I guess that's what they called him back then, taxi dancer.
Yeah.
I'm your taxi dancer. Islam alive and well back in the 64.
This is Janos, a national of a European country. His destination, an American air base overseas. His jade cufflinks aren't just accidental attire.
I don't know what that means. Is there some significance to that?
Shit.
Jade cufflinks.
Yeah.
A man's jade cufflinks say it all, folks. Spy. Good score.
Yeah, that's where all the money went to.
No smoking. God damn.
Those were the glory days, man.
Different people in different parts of the world, but all with a common mission.
See, I always knew the anti-smoking thing was always a foreign infiltration.
Intelligence network.
They know each other because of the cufflinks.
Holy shit. You're going to look kind of gay if you're looking at guys' wrists all day.
Could I trouble you for a match?
Do you notice my cufflinks, sir?
To exploit, if and when the opportunity arises, you.
Are they going to touch cufflinks?
Serviceman and woman.
Can they make it any more
That's
obvious?
like their Wonder Twin activation powers. Oh, there it is. See, it's in Arabic. He must be a Turk. That's the only,
Well, his name was Yanovich, wasn't it, or some shit?
Well, they said he was a European, right?
I don't think they said what he was. Espionage target, you.
Okay, you paying attention to this, you spies out there?
Don't get suckered in by the spy. Pentagon building, mall entrance.
Don't carry a gun if you're spying. So we've seen the diversity agenda play through. So far, we've seen anti-gun argument so far. What else are we going to see?
Taken from the files of the Army Intelligence Corps, the Office of Special Investigation, U.S. Air Force, and the Office of Naval Intelligence.
They were all involved in killing JFK.
Attempted espionage by agents of the Sino-Soviet intelligence system.
Oh, the Sino-Soviets. Yeah, that's this video. Okay.
Names and locations have been altered. But essentially, these things happen. They're typical case histories. As these cases unfold, you'll recognize the way a Sino or Soviet agent operates, both in finding someone vulnerable to subversion, as well as in their technique of ensnaring him,
I'm a
then applying
subverter.
pressure to get him to play ball.
The YouTube algorithm.
We show you these cases so you'll be on your guard. Today, all over the world, there are thousands of Sino-Soviet intelligence agents with money to burn, looking for unsuspecting targets for exploitation among members of our forces. There may be someone right now taking your measure, probing for a vulnerable area.
Always be suspicious.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a super close-up for that line right there.
Or the sporting life.
That's as close as they could get back in 64.
Everyone in uniform could be a target of opportunity for exploitation if he is vulnerable.
Yeah,
Sexploitation.
every fucking cook on earth, man, is like looking at this, being like, I could be special.
An enemy agent, and if ever approached, what to do. Remember, these things happened. They may never happen to you.
Well, we're saying they
happened.
happened.
They may. First, the case of Nick Macrados.
Dun, 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 dun.
Don't be a dick like Nick.
Halliburton!
In Vienna by a TASS representative, joined the ranks of the 16,000.
Hey, that's a projected background.
In the Republic of West Germany.
Yeah, it is. That's some early shit right there, man. Do you think they just had like the actual projection?
Oh yeah, they were just showing that right on a screen. They had him walking.
For a good time. This became Macredo's stamping ground as he waited for his pigeons to show up. He had already made contact with PFC Templeton and Private Karras some time before.
May I take care of that, fellows?
Oh yeah.
Macredo's had
Rounds on me, gentlemen.
While Pete Karras found his new bar acquaintance a highly likable and sociable chap, quick to pick up the tab, promising to introduce him to girls, also coming from the same ethnical background as Pete's own family.
That's important.
Finally, at this meeting, Macredo sprang the trap.
I want you to do me a little favor. Really, there is nothing to it. I want to write an article about the 7th Army for my newspaper back home. My country, you know, is very friendly to the United States. It's just...
Is this Israel?
I could get it by reading the Stars and Stripes from your own information officer.
I like this.
But it is too much trouble.
It's too much trouble for me to read a newspaper.
Going all the way to Augsburg.
I'd rather get the straight dope from you, the serviceman.
I'd rather get it from a PFC.
Yep.
Because his partner had suddenly pulled out, he was head over
Oh,
heels in debt.
his partner pulled out, did he?
How much? Well, how much would you say? 200 marks.
Oh.
Okay, it is agreed. Hey, Pete? Now let's have another round. Fraulein.
Oh, Fraulein.
Did he say 200 a month?
I think so.
That's pretty decent money back in.
Well, it's 200 marks.
Oh, 200 marks, not 200 a month.
Yeah. I don't know what Deutschmarks back then were worth.
Probably not shit.
Don't sign it. Don't sign it, son.
It says for services rendered.
We know what it's for.
We know what it's for. Blackmail. Ah, yeah. Sign it, stupid.
Pete Karras was hooked.
Shit.
Though as yet he didn't know it. In the next few weeks,
His Polish buddy did. Yep.
The two servicemen delivered to their benefactor several other apparently harmless items of information, including a classified training manual.
GI socks are green.
Had bigger fish to fry.
Fraulein. Drinks for my two friends, please. Here. Here. Where is Pete?
Bedroom.
Pete?
Okay.
Why don't you leave us alone?
Pete, they're out.
That's not your wife, Pete.
Pete, you must get me an M14 rifle.
You must be off your rocker.
I have just come from a friend. He has a great admiration for this gun. He is willing to pay high.
You must be putting me on.
Macredo's. How high? 2,000 marks. Can you arrange?
Why would Macredos pay $500 for a rifle he could buy
So there you go.
for 1/5 of
50
that
bucks.
Templeton had one
That's what it was from the seller's souls. 50 bucks.
We'll arrange. Camp! Good. I'll tell my friend.
Dun dun dun.
Let me know when you can deliver, Private.
Never trust the Greeks.
Find me.
How did we go from two guys with cufflinks to
We're both in too deep
to this? Did I miss something?
The spy is lured these two privates into giving away information. He's got him on the dole.
Is that the guy that he's giving it to, or
the guy with the cufflinks? The guy with the cufflinks is the one paying him.
Well, there was two guys with cufflinks. Remember?
The other one was the more inside source.
Oh, okay.
The guy they're talking to, I guess, is the field agent.
Gotcha.
Steal a weapon. Don't steal a weapon.
Blame it on Chuck because he's an asshole.
Recruited another member to the ring, a serviceman deep
Let's bring them all down.
Because, even back then, there's been no point in American military history where rifles were not counted.
Yep. I just walked in and grabbed the key off his desk.
See,
and I returned it to the key box.
Yeah, you gotta know you're doing some fucked up shit. Yeah.
So you could buy an M14 back then for $500?
Well, that's a lot of money in the 60s, dude. Like, how much was a car?
Well, I guess back, yeah, they didn't have the NFA back then.
Shit, they didn't have credit card debt. They didn't have... Told you he's going to steal Chuck's rifle. Like, if you're going to steal one, why not just steal like 5 of them?
Yeah, no shit. If you're going down, go down hard. It's a lot of work. M14 carbine, here I go.
NFA went into effect in 1934, says Ouija.
Oh, really? 34?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was thinking of the other thing. Not the NFA, the fucking,
He's going to hide behind a tree with a bag of...
the Hughes Amendment? Is that what I'm thinking of? That was like the 80s. Like 86.
In the next few months, there were other mysterious losses from an arms room of Company B.
God damn. Just fucking stealing everything.
All this by way of laying the groundwork.
And at no point did they ever fucking think.
The strings the man behind Macredos really wanted.
Now get us an atomic bomb.
I think that's what they end up asking for.
From a PFC.
V. Gates, how is everything? Everything is fine. Won't you sit down?
Herr Golos was one of a great number of Soviet intelligence agents who operate today under a legal cover. In his case, as a representative of the TASS International Newspaper Services.
You are waiting
this
for
is
someone?
how you rest journalists back in the
I
day.
have 2 friends I must meet for lunch. Then I wouldn't keep you. In fact, I have a luncheon appointment myself. Guten Tag, Herr Macredos.
Fooled him again. Oh yeah, I forgot. They're both spies working together. This is what we want.
Holy mackerel. My friend is willing to pay high. Very, very high.
He wants one of everything. He's opening a museum.
It'd be like trying to break into Fort Knox.
He really likes this one though. Really, really.
$8,000. Enough to...
He said dollars.
Yeah, that
marks.
time dollars.
So 32,000 marks.
Who do you think you are? Never mind that.
Never mind you.
You'd better sit down.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes, man. Here comes the twist.
Yep. The other shoe's about to drop.
Got the hook.
Pete, what would you say if your commanding officer were to receive a certain piece of paper with your signature?
Pete, what he's saying is, we're hooked.
Before we even let that sink in,
Give us
let's just
time.
go ahead and explain it.
It's a big job.
Certainly. All the time you wish.
The makers of these films had a lot more consideration for their audience and being intelligent. You know, if they had to make that today, they'd have to go through the whole dopey, like, what? I didn't sign nothing? What are you talking?
Yeah.
Then they had to flash back showing him actually signing the fucking thing. But this says for services rendered.
They probably would have Quentin Tarantino'd it. And they would have shown that part and then gone back to the beginning of the movie and started over. But that's the point. That would be the opening scene.
Yeah. This would have been the opening of the movie. Why are these 2 GIs fighting? Let's find out.
However, by the time Templeton had things well in hand, the plot had been reported by Karras to his CO.
Rat.
The grab was made the day Macredos
Fucking
appeared at
snitches.
Helga's apartment.
So basically what they're saying is that the guy hadn't snitched out, then they'd have been cool.
Yep. He's just like, yep, getting busted.
Last-minute confession, Karras was to receive a lighter sentence
But
than the other.
hey, I turned him in.
Templeton, along with a dishonorable discharge and loss of all benefits,
Snitch bastards.
received 10 years at hard labor, plus a stigma he would bear the rest of his life. As for Macredos, he was to be tried under the espionage laws of the Federated Republic of West Germany.
And deported.
In 1 year alone, More than 2,000
But the Russian got away.
in West Germany. Between 1950 and 1960, more than 19,000 such agents confessed to espionage missions in that country. Let me show you.
Now think about this. They interrogated hardcore in
This is the
19,000
headquarters
people.
of MFS, the East German Ministry for State Security, located in East
Then
Berlin.
that guy retired and
From
returned
here,
home
the
to the United
MFS
States
controls
and
a network of
got an
trained and
assignment on a
well-equipped
school
agents
board somewhere.
operating in West Germany and elsewhere. It is really masterminded by the Soviets, who use it to their advantage and take the best information which it controls. It has ample funds, modern espionage equipment, and highly experienced staff.
Is it just me, or does it seem like, you know, when it came to espionage,
It has
the Americans treated the Soviets like they were fucking geniuses, but everywhere else they're like, well, their society sucks, and they don't have bread, and they don't have...
compromise our nation's security.
That's because we were locked in a Cold War with them. We respected them, and you could never, could never discount your enemy, your real enemy.
East German MFS, which
You know,
carries
because
on
to treat them as
espionage
fools only sets yourself up for
The intelligence branch of the
disappointment.
Polish Armed Forces maintains a tremendous filing system called Kartoteca Personala, or Personal Index, on U.S. officers, especially those in high positions. A compilation of information on the officer's unit, his career, his family, and personal habits.
All on
Anything that
3
might turn up
compact
an
discs.
Achilles heel, a vulnerable spot that would make him a likely target of opportunity for exploitation. However, Z2's efforts to subvert members of our armed forces.
See, you hear all this, and then you think every fucking spy movie that's ever been made, it's like this is like the basis of it.
Yeah.
Not long ago, to Warsaw to visit her aged mother, came the wife of a
Aged
U.S. Air Force sergeant.
I thought you said naked.
Desperate to get her parent out of the country, she was given the runaround until one day, Mrs. Duncan, born Baranowski, was summoned to the office of a Z2 official.
So she's a crypto Jew.
Believe me, Mrs. Duncan, we are not unsympathetic. But, as you know, emigration is against the laws of our country. However, in
We are
your
not
case,
progressive,
I
see.
think it is possible to make an exception. In return for, shall we say, a small favor?
From intercepted
She's
letters,
going to give him a
from her
blowjob.
visa application, and from other sources,
We need more information
Z2 had
about
a
your
considerable
alien
dossier on Mrs.
species.
Duncan's husband, an airman stationed.
Yeah, I was
in
going
the
to say
Middle
her
Eastern
eyes are like
Command,
weird.
who, because of his duties,
She is.
had access
Her eyes
to
are very wide
classified
apart,
information.
very far apart.
And so
Angled.
he
It's like
offered
Brittany
to
Vinay
take
if they were angled.
In time, your mother will join you. Talk it over with him. We will be in touch.
Talk it over with them, then talk to
upon return
us.
from Warsaw, discussed the situation with her husband.
That's a
He
wig.
reported to
Yeah,
OSI,
that's what I was about to say,
who
man. That
instructed
looks
him
like
to report
a
any
like a
further
fucking Addams
contact.
Family wig or something from the Munsters.
Reassured by
She's
her
actually
husband,
Harry Krishna,
Christina Duncan had almost forgotten.
but she's also an actress,
But on the
so
third
they have
Monday
to.
after her return, just
Had to
as
throw the wig
Z2
in.
official had promised, she was contacted.
We have your mother in a cell. Where is our information?
Hello?
That's like a fucking Chinese, like you see that in like kung fu movies, old ass kung fu movies where the fucking warlord always has a wig like that.
All right.
That or Bram
I mean, I'd
Stoker's
still
Dracula,
smash, but you know.
the very first transgender woman. Those eyes are
Well, not
fucking
actors.
weird, though.
Yeah. Well, they said she was a crypto Jew, so she's probably a genius.
Just take it easy, honey. I'll handle it.
Still cool.
Take over for me, Ed. I've got to see the commander.
I just got to. Detachment 16, Tuslog.
Good old Tuslog, man.
Is that a Strategic Air Command logo?
I don't know. Oh, I'll look up Tuslog. 16th Detachment. See if this was a real thing.
International.
When Christina
the
Duncan
sneaky
delivered her
spy.
first assignment to
United
Z2
States
agents,
Logistics Group.
the meeting was under
1947 and
surveillance of OSI
1987
agents and
detached
local
in Turkey.
authorities who had prepared the information.
Well, that would explain our beauty here.
Over the next few months, to a drop in an
Yeah,
area
that was
frequented by
the,
tourists, Mrs. Duncan
I guess,
delivered
the
other
beginnings
information
of the
prepared by OSI.
Turkish-American alliance.
The number and type of
Like
aircraft
military
to date,
alliance and stuff.
its facility charts, and other important-looking but unclassified material.
That's how it always starts, is with the unclassified shit underneath a rock, stuffed in a newspaper. I like how he's hugging the wall. Not like gonna just act like, you know, innocuous, unsuspicious or anything, but
like he's being watched.
well, he's definitely being watched now. I mean, she's all hugging a wall to his back. I mean,
Finally, Mrs. Duncan's reward came. The day her mother, liberated from the Iron Curtain country, was able to join her daughter.
and they're gonna blackmail her.
The time had now come for apprehension of the Z2 hireling.
Unfortunately for the Z2 man, she had already turned.
A meeting on the pretext of delivering an important message.
She was working with G-Men.
That's right. She was a double agent. See, that's why you don't trust bitches, man. Don't marry foreigners when you're in the military, kids. You're always gonna get stuck with the in-laws, man.
The Z2 man, eternally sneaky.
Quick.
Jesus Christ, right?
Give me the drugs.
Like, the dude's got, like, absolutely zero amount of, like, ability to just act normal.
Yeah, he sees a man walking toward him, and he's like, that's gotta be the feds.
Inconspicuous. I guess they don't teach that in this country.
Apparently not.
Nor how to fight back. See, he wasn't carrying a gun.
Yep. But he watched the other video, so he knew if they caught him with a gun, it'd jig us up.
Yeah, they'd stick a finger in his butt.
Yep. Show his balls on camera.
You think, yeah.
Seldom overlooked by the
You think they stuck his finger in his butt?
They probably did a lot more than that. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the money.
Fucking damn.
Kimura was no Mata Hari, but she had her value to her employer, a Sino-intelligence agent.
She was a hooker.
Using sex as bait, she'd been able to elicit odds and ends of information concerning
That is
the
an awesome
goings-on of a
jukebox. I would have that.
representative
Yeah.
for an American electronics firm. Her boyfriend, Corporal Bissell, went about his duties comfortable in the knowledge that, upon his return,
He'd
an
be
appetizing dish
fucking
would
gold.
certainly
He would
be
suck
awaiting
his dick.
On return, she would love him long time.
Man.
Did you hear the latest?
Unfortunately, her sister had to...
Fucking Marines, man.
He bought himself over 150 fifths of booze. Who does he think he's kidding? Why, that thieving little rascal.
That's some awful long hair for the Marine Corps.
Yep.
Johnny?
Well, they're officers.
Huh?
No, that's a PFC, and the other ones look like a Lance Corporal.
Really?
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, when we see their arms, I'll know again. No, these are enlisted. Officers would have their ranks on their collars.
More important things to do.
Let's see, that's a... Is that a corporal? That's a corporal. The other one's a Lance Corporal.
Huh.
So the guy on the left is the corporal.
2 days later, young Walter P. Scott, an American technical representative, inexperienced in Oriental ways, and with access to classified
Oriental ways, huh?
received a message that
Those
it would
fucking
be to his
sneaky
interest
Orientals
to dine that evening
and their
with a
ways.
certain Mr. Kai.
He didn't know the ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Apparently not. Ah, sneaky Japs.
So, my friend, for 2 cases of scotch, I would gladly pay what you are accustomed to receive.
But why me?
Oh, come now, Mr. Scott. I happen to know this is not a new experience for you.
This guy's like a raging alcoholic if he has to be paid in cases of scotch.
Your superiors would be most interested in my information.
So he may used to have been an officer and they busted him down for like pissing in the general's bushes or something. I got busted down once, man. Twice. I got busted down and then passed over.
Upon Scott's performance of the requested service, standard Sino-Soviet
I kicked the guy through a glass door and I called an officer a butterbar. I actually got busted for calling the officer, the second lieutenant butterbars in front of his platoon.
In time, the pressure
And then they passed me over the other time because I kicked a
This
guy
involved
through
the theft of classified
the glass doors
data
of our
so
barracks.
vital to his responsibility in Japan. But Scott, fully aware he was traveling a one-way road to treason, finally had the good sense and judgment to get off that.
You notice that
road
in every one of these stories, like either the spy,
an investigation was started immediately.
rats themselves out, or one of them did, yeah. Even in the one, what was it too? The spy always rats himself out. So what they're telling us is that if it weren't for you ratting yourself out, no one would get caught.
That's true.
Oh, sure, Tom.
The pressure's on.
Do you remember the
But here's the thing.
about Scotty hoarding all that booze?
This is all about booze?
Anyone else? Why, Tom? He's in a pack of trouble. So think hard, Corporal.
It's just booze, sir.
To Mike Wilson. I remember. Tomoko and her pal were there, too. Tomoko. You know, she kept asking me about it. Wanted to know all about Scotty. Kept after me for hours.
That's probably our pipeline.
Master Guns right there,
We're
man.
going to see the security officer.
We're taking your old lady.
The wrap-up of the case? The Chinese Communist intelligence agent was apprehended in midst of receiving stolen material.
Booze?
That same day, the service club was declared off-limits to Tomoko Kimura.
Get these Chinese hookers out of here.
Yeah, they're not going to lock her up. She's still got other uses.
Attempted penetration of our nation's security.
Penetration.
First, beware of
Yeah,
the
she's going to be
stranger
stuck
you
at the
may meet
whorehouse
bar
now.
Or in the street, who goes out of his way to cultivate you. The man who, like Nick McCrados, plies you with favors in order to win your friendship. It is just possible he may have something else in mind. Secondly, recognize the modus operandi of the hostile intelligence agent. Almost a standard
They
pattern
pay
to
well.
lure the unsuspecting victim into a
It will
trap
get your
until,
family to
like
you.
Pete Karras,
Yep.
he is in so deep there seems no
And
way
ply you with booze.
Thirdly, and above all, if you suspect an approach by a communist agent, know what to do. Don't try to
Communists.
handle it yourself.
Man, those were the glory
stall for
days.
time, and,
Communist
like Sergeant
threat.
Duncan,
I
report
missed the
the approach
communist threat.
immediately to your CO or the nearest security officer.
Go to Tuslog.
Almost daily, the espionage war being waged by the Sino-Soviet intelligence network grows more intense. Today, it is common knowledge that Soviet espionage agents are operating everywhere. Even the Soviet tourist may have an intelligence
They are
assignment.
everywhere.
In addition, thousands of nationals of other countries are in the employ of this system.
They even employ bots.
Remember, we cannot be too alert. For no one in uniform, sailor, soldier, airman, or marine, is immune to an approach by a member of this worldwide network.
Look into my eyes.
Responsible for safeguarding the security of our military forces. And so we repeat, if you are ever approached to perform even a seemingly harmless service having to do with your military duties, or know of another serviceman being involved in such an approach,
Squeal.
report it
Squeal
at
like a
once to
pig.
your CO or nearest security officer, so that our counterintelligence forces may cope with this threat. Whatever you say will be held in.
So our counterintelligence forces actually do have a job to do.
Service regulations.
They're no good on their own. They require you being a narc.
Right?
And you will be helping to keep information vital to the strength of our armed forces.
I guess that was
and our
counterintelligence, wasn't it?
secure.
Well, by all measure, you're the counterintelligence officer.
Roland Reed production in Hollywood.
Nice. Well, there you have it, folks. No matter what they ply you with, no matter what they try to tempt you with, always rat them out. Never accept gifts from a potential spy, especially when it involves stealing fucking tactical nuclear weapons. That was kind of a swift escalation, I'd have to say.
Yeah. I mean, every time too.
It's like, hey, why don't you get me some news, some news from your barracks? How about you get me one of your standard service rifles? How about you get me a tactical nuclear? What? You're already on the hook, Johnny. It's like, that's a bit different though. It's like that's a bit of a stretch of the imagination that it would ever ramp up to that fucking point.
I like the idea that the PFC had that kind of access.
Yeah.
to rifles, grenade launchers. What was the third thing?
It was like, the way they presented it was like a tactical nuclear fucking launch device.
Just tac nukes.
It's like, how the fuck? It's like, well, for one thing, like, I don't care how many people that fucking private could rope into his little scheme. That's pretty high level shit. It's like, I doubt the network of people you'd have to get on your side. Somebody, the chances of getting ratted out by anyone along the chain increase exponentially. It's like, it's even ballsy for them to ask. It's like,
and did you notice? Well, I guess the one guy did, didn't he, with the woman, the one Russian agent?
What the?
I was going to say they didn't even get all the Russian agents in this.
No, I don't think they did. I think there was. I don't even think there was an actual legit Russian agent, was there?
No. Because that second guy wasn't Russian, man. The one that was like all fucking hugging walls and shit.
He was too squirrely. I think he was. He could have been. He could have been
Georgian
Eastern
at best.
He was definitely Eastern Bloc German or something like that. I think he even said something in German.
Yeah, his name was Hare something, right?
Yeah. That's never the Russians. We respect you're right. We respected the Russians way too much to put them in our little weird fucking, spy movies and shit. It's like they're too clever for our
Only
rules.
the finest for the Russians.
Only the people we've already embarrassed or, well, I don't know, at that point, 64, that was before Vietnam, wasn't it? Or was that during Vietnam?
64 would have been right leading into Vietnam.
Yeah, so of course we're going to poo-poo the fucking Chinese in Vietnam.
Well, they knew they were going into Vietnam at that point, really.
Yeah, but the Chinese are still our foils after Korea. Yeah. Germans were our foils.
Mm. Yeah, it was always the communist Germans, wasn't it?
That's why they returned Little Miss Saigon back to the fucking streets after she was gathering information about the booze. They're like, she's okay. She's just Vietnamese. We'll whip those people easy as shit, and they'll be our friends. Little did they know. So we're now to the final film of the night.
This is the best one.
This is absolutely the best. There's no question about it. And this is called Sucker Bait, German Spies in the USA. Hold on to your hats, because this is a fucking this is a roller coaster ride.
This is 43, so height of World War II.
And this is like M. Night Shyamalan levels of shit with all the fucking plot twists and shit. It's great.
See, this might have been a Stan Lee production.
In 43?
Yeah. Well, he was one of 8. I was talking about that earlier. He was one of 8 people that worked for the propaganda, making propaganda for. That was his job in the army.
Sucker bait.
Dr. Seuss was another one.
One bait, two bait, red bait, blue bait. Berlin. I love this fucking movie.
Look, the Nazi flags backwards.
This is fucking grade A production. I wish they'd they should reboot this movie.
Schoolroom, but not the kind you're thinking about. There are no youngsters here.
Turn it into the 90-minute epic.
This is not a school for kids.
Seriously,
Meet
man.
a freshman class. These Nazi tools are learning to be spies. Take a closer look. You may be meeting some of them in America, because that's where many of them are going when they graduate, when they become ace
Here it comes.
agents. They don't look so dangerous, do they? No? Don't kid yourself. Their weapons aren't the usual weapons of war, guns and knives and bombs. They have a better weapon. You. Yes, we mean you Americans. See, they've got you pegged already.
Look at you,
Why?
stupid.
Because you're going to make their work easy.
Stupid haircut of
You're
yours.
going to talk, and they're going to listen. You'll leave documents around where they can find them. Oh, you'll play ball all right.
He was a playwright.
You trust
That's what
anybody
it was.
and tell secrets. You're careless.
Stanley was a
and
playwright
you talk
for the.
too damned much.
You'll squeal.
Sure, they're laughing at you.
They're all going to laugh at
They're
you.
laughing now. Wait till they get to America and you really make a fool out of yourself. Watch. Achtung! Well, here's the teacher. Good morning. Hello.
And quite a charismatic teacher he is.
So, a complete attendance. That is good. Excellent. We have much to accomplish. Take your seats.
That's a kick-ass painting.
Today again we discuss a familiar topic. American stupidity. You're tired of the subject, perhaps?
Tired? No, always. May they continue to be so stupid. Always.
Yeah. Rely on it. A few clever Yanks. Yes. Very few.
Clever Yanks.
The majority of Americans have not had the advantage of severe discipline. They are soft. And as a consequence given to emotional excesses of friendship and trust.
Hear that? Nazis hate friendship and trust.
To illustrate how our enemies talk, trust,
They actually use like legit
criminally
fucking
careless.
uniforms and shit, man.
All favorite American diversions. Three young men, an advanced detail from the
Camera
same
push
division
in.
headquarters, were en route to an American port of
Very well directed.
Yeah. This is pro level shit.
Crossfade.
Bill,
Shit, this is Playboy.
Dumb GIs.
perfect apple-cheeked examples.
Well,
of
it's
American
funny. It's the highest ranking dude there that's got the
having some
fucking
difficulty with tobacco.
the girly mag.
What a pity. He's so young.
As a translator.
Make your eyes smart, son?
Look, stupid Americans can't even smoke.
Don't let him kid you, mister. He's train sick.
What a hell of a sailor you'll make.
Said it was kind of stuffy, didn't I? I'll be all right next week.
Oh, yeah? Well, keep this in mind. They haven't gotten around to paving the ocean yet.
We don't want to wet nurse you all the way to...
Hey, shut the fuck up. God damn.
You boys going overseas?
We didn't say so.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. Forget it.
Forget it.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here. There's fucking spies everywhere.
Never talk to strangers. That man might have been a German agent.
But he wasn't.
But you're wrong. Here is the agent of the Reich. An excellent listener, too. He
An
heard
excellent
everything
shitter,
through
too.
While he's taking a shit, he's like listening.
Information
In.
of troops going overseas.
Got the glass up next to the door.
Incomplete? Yes. But the boys are becoming more cooperative.
Chicago, all passengers change.
Right. Pay attention, please.
Dad, remember I
Here
had
it
two
is,
flowers,
violets and reds.
Roses and violets? Well, it's violets, on Tuesday the 7th. You could come down by bus the day before. It's only a 5-hour ride, and we could spend the whole afternoon together. Oh, that's swell. All right, then, it's noon at the Harbor House. And remember, violets. Goodbye, Dad.
Americans and their simple codes.
Roses.
You just flashed the white power symbol?
Oh, yes, he did.
I think that's simple.
Yeah, he did.
Young Jack and his father have a secret code. He wanted to tell his fond
secret
parent where
code.
he was going, without revealing military information, of course.
Loose lips
Man,
sink
good
ships.
Americans never do that, do they?
Didn't you charge me too much in that call, operator? Oh, that's the rate to get for it. I forgot about the tax. Sorry.
Stupid Americans.
What an ingenious Dummkopf our Jack is. What a childish attempt to evade security regulations. Galeport, was it?
Man, they're so like
I just
insulting
said
to the
5
fucking
hours
violators of the
violets.
protocols in these films, man.
Just a good boy. Even an ape could answer that.
Even
By
an ape.
violets, you meant Port Haven. That's where the convoy sails from. Already we knew where and when. Next Tuesday, huh, Jack?
That was a good joke.
So you're thirsty for the blood of that convoy? You find it amusing?
Don't be stupid like the stupid Americans.
Do not be over-enthusiastic. Information was good, but insufficient.
And I like this guy.
U-boats are
Yeah.
costly.
He tells good jokes and then berates his audience for laughing.
Exact.
He commands the fucking performance.
The Americans will supply us with that. All you have to do is keep your eyes
I bet
and
he was
ears
the most
open.
expensive actor on the set.
They are most obliging people.
It's like, we're going to pay you an extra $1,000 to wear this Nazi
And
suit.
very devout, too. Also thick-headed. Instead of the state, the worship God. This simple little church is located in the town of Port Haven.
They just say instead of worshiping the state, they worship God?
Yep.
Wow.
Convoys, for
They
example.
went all out on the German perspective, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now here's that young idiot, Bob.
Young idiot.
His healthy face. Religion did that. But if you want
Religion did that. Religion made this boy stupid.
he's lonesome.
Don't ever talk to a Jew.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Did you enjoy the sermon?
Yes, sir, I did. It's the first time I've heard your
This is
minister.
an awesome build-up.
Great. I'm a stranger in town.
Yes, I guessed as much. One gets to know most of the faces around here. Coming my way?
Well, I don't know, sir. I'm heading downtown to the Harbor House.
Well, now you are.
I don't know which bus to take.
Well, it's the same one as mine. We catch it right here at this corner.
Oh.
That boy's gonna squeal.
Parsons, Nebraska? Uh-huh. Well, can you imagine that? My grandson's stationed there, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe you know him.
Yeah,
Harry
he's the
Gilpin.
spy, all right.
Gilpin? Oh, I'm afraid not. Parsons is a pretty big place. 30,000 men.
Ooh, that big. Well, then it wouldn't be likely you knew Harry. I wish you had, though. Oh, he's a fine boy. Learning to be an aerial gunner. You'd like him.
Wait a
Aerial
minute.
gunner?
Yeah.
Are you sure? The Parsons is armored.
Well, it's someplace in Nebraska. Of course, I could be mistaken. Wait a minute. I've got Harry's letter right here.
Hold on. Don't you think you're talking quite a bit? Do you know this man?
No, sir, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, you did. But I'm not discussing military regulations in public.
Well, I hope there's no trouble.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a military
Oh,
matter.
there's
that
no
doesn't concern
trouble
me.
here. There'll be
Sergeant
trouble
Warren,
later.
Let's do a body search of you, sir.
Yeah.
You asked the wrong question.
Too bad. Just when you were giving us such interesting information, Robert.
But the plot thickens.
This just gets better and better, man.
Doctor's ready now, Captain. Will you go in, please?
I certainly will.
They're going to get everybody hooked in this.
He never imagined that some of Germany's best servants hide behind uniforms or an innocent doctor's office. A large bellyache for American security. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Died
You
laughing
fucking
at
took
this
it.
stupid soldier. I told him he'd be court-martialed if he didn't tell me everything. He thought it was a little irregular, but to avoid trouble, he talked.
No more regular than our sexual sessions, Doctor.
Himself black in the face. Such news. The 300th Armored is moving out of Parsons by motor convoy and train. And these astonishing new tank destroyers he mentions. Incredible.
Absolutely fascinating.
So, this division embarks here Tuesday. Do we know the destination yet? The number of transports and the route?
Oh, be patient. He couldn't give me all that. But he's stopping at the Harbor House with two others who may be better informed. We have our friends at the Harbor
The
House,
army
too,
captain was a spy, too.
Yep. He was
Don't
the
even talk
spy.
to the military about military stuff.
See, that was the twist.
We are going upstairs now in search of more facts. Here they are.
Oh, that
the
drives me
three little
crazy.
suckers. How they grow with information.
Gonna make you eat that harmonica.
Bob and Bill.
Yeah, if I was that master sergeant, I'd
Young
like,
Jack is
yeah.
daydreaming about tomorrow when his dear father arrives to pick
Dear
violets.
father.
Remember?
Remember?
Poor Bob is so worried. He wonders if the captain will report him for talking carelessly on the motor bus. If he only knew. And let us not overlook our master sergeant, Master Willie.
Master Willie.
He's writing to a web private in England. one of
Free
his
Master
many
Willie.
girls, To tell her that he's going to be there himself soon.
Ah, see, they're all susceptible.
They examine all letters and envelopes under a strong light. Too bad. A date with Nancy could have been so nice.
Home run cigarettes. Oh, God, learn a new song.
But wait. Bill has an idea. There are more ways than one to skin a cat. Look at this. The young fool. He thinks the census will never find the message now. Watch. He's going to paste the stamp over it, and Nancy will know where to look.
No. Not only is he stupid, he's a klutz.
No matter. Get one downstairs.
How'd you get that rank, buddy?
Yeah.
I didn't think that the military had to use stamps.
I think I'll look this town over. You guys want to come?
No. How about you, Jack? Hit a few night spots, catch a show, maybe pick something up.
They haven't rationed dames yet, you know.
No, thanks.
I'm going to turn in early. You go ahead. You do better alone anyhow.
You can say that again.
Yeah, isn't it... I mean, couldn't it be said if they could go out and get stamps, couldn't they just drop their fucking mail in a regular post box? Then it wouldn't be subject to fucking...
Got an airmail stamp. Sure thing, soldier.
I mean, that does open up a quite a plot hole.
This dude, man. He's pissed.
Oh, he's fucking German as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I want to send a telegram.
You look like a guy I can trust.
Warm, isn't it? Yeah, plenty. And dull.
Dull, you say? I've said too much.
Say, where does a guy find some sport in this town? Why...
That's 1940s talk for hookers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Sport was 40s for trim.
That's Barney's specialty.
Dames, there you go.
Across the street, about 2 blocks down.
2 blocks down? Oh my God, sir.
Well, they're, pimps being pimps.
Straight wire. Put it on my bill. Right away, sir.
Spies everywhere. No. That man was a spy.
Now the Germans know when the Americans will arrive. 30,000 of them. Isn't that what they said?
I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was just the 30th. But everything's code in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Bart Floozy shoulder shrug.
Found the fucking dames.
And she's Hispanic, of course. She kind of looks like Linda Carter.
You know, I tend to not eat at Mexican restaurants with American names.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stand the fajitas at Barney's. So where the fuck are they stationed? Cuba?
Damn, why is everyone looking at him all hard? Oh, those are the MPs, man.
You're too straight. Sit down.
He didn't say what he wanted, just too straight. It's like everyone drink the same goddamn thing
Apparently.
or something.
There's only
This is what you wanted, eh?
only one liquor in this country.
All you want.
Tequila.
Get mellow. Relax. Get careless.
Who cares if the MPs are watching you like a hawk, trying to cock block you at any moment?
No doubt, man. Fucking mean mugging you already and shit, dude. So he's done 3 shots in a row, man. He's feeling pretty good.
They're all in the house. Oh no, he laid some money down, didn't he?
Oh, you want a woman? Of course. Well, look behind you.
There's the bartender. There's a dame.
With the face veil.
Check. Wait. Spent all my money on booze. No!
I got information, though.
It was just a phone call. It was Marge. She's coming over.
Wasn't he just writing to his chick, like leaving a letter to his chick?
Yeah, he was.
In England?
Well, he is overseas fighting in the Great War. So.
You do pretty well.
Andy Dufresne.
They're both spies. Everyone's a spy.
Oh, nuts. Finish your drink. Let's get out of here.
Say, what is this?
I dream of Jeannie.
If you don't like it,
Does she have a scarf on, or is that just the lighting on that, like, veil?
Is she wearing a veil over her face, though?
Yeah, I think she's got a veil over everything.
Or is it just a bug net? Maybe there's really bad mosquitoes there.
Yeah.
Whoa, edit.
Later, I think I'll change my life. Bring me something strong and sweet and a good mixture.
She wants a Planter's Punch.
She wants me.
Make it a fact.
Get out of my way, old man. That was code for me, right?
Your boyfriend was kind of burned up, huh?
You mean burned out?
And he's not my boyfriend.
You look much more durable.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
You'll wear okay yourself.
She's a hooker for real, man.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy. Sit down and have a
Yep,
drink.
big boy.
Yep.
And talk a little, shall we?
So this dude's going to take his gonorrhea overseas and spread it to his chick in England.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
no more
she's
veil
total
over the
hooker.
face. She chewed on that cigarette. She's definitely a fucking pro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just met.
Oh! Closest thing to sex in a movie.
That means she's loose.
Yep.
You going to be with us long, soldier?
Couple of days.
So now they know their destination. Then,
Yep.
See all the nice guys.
You want to do more than touch
Mother's a
cigarettes?
transportation clerk on a transport.
Uh-oh.
Here now.
The real spy.
Sails Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Well, that's the same time I'm done.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, here's our drink.
Parties.
It's all coming together. The fall of the Western Front began at Barney's.
This is like some high-end fade for the 40s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Linda Carter, for real.
Mexican Linda Carter ringing the bells.
You know, wasn't hearing shit on that old ass phone. That man playing in the back.
Drink more, stupid.
Bartender? Oh, no. Oh, I thought they was going to hold each other's drinks for them while they drank out the straws. Man, this is really like
they call having fun.
risque, man, for the 40s. Got them all making out with strangers.
Most Americans can't hold a liquor.
I mean, it's not like, you know, male ass and ball sack, but... You know,
Oh, yeah. It's getting tough to decide which was better.
She's not enjoying that dance at all.
No. You're a terrible dancer, I swear.
Hey,
I thought you'd be much better.
What you blubbering about?
She needs more coke.
Yep.
You're going away? That girl in England? That whack?
How did you know about my girl?
Did I say that? To hell with it, I'm coming back, ain't I?
Fuck her.
Sure, we're all coming back as soon as we lick the pants off the damn Nazis, huh?
Lick the pants off the Nazis, sir.
Oh, that's pretty gay, man.
I thought you were straight.
Yeah, you're supposed to say no homo after something like that.
Well, they had to censor it. It was supposed to be kick the pants.
Now, it's a good thing it left two spies over here to listen.
I wonder if she's actually a spy, if this is like the real Shyamalan twist
She's
upon
the bait.
twist. Oh, she's the sucker bait.
Yeah, she's a sucker bait, man. There's the spies.
Trio of spies.
Your fun is over, Sergeant. You're coming with us.
Giving away too many secrets to the dame.
I got a date with a dame.
Yeah, that dame's got a date, too.
Just a minute, sister. I'm a federal officer.
Oh, they weren't spies after all.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, that's an indictment on the fucking federal police, federal law enforcement.
She just slipped away like
Yep.
that. Them fucking sissies.
That's why you can't trust those feds. G-men can't do their job. Remember that.
Well, I guess that did it.
Yeah. Let her go. Oh, wait, they were spies.
Take care of this letter.
Hey, that's mine.
Not anymore, Sergeant. This goes where it belongs, to headquarters.
Yeah, but...
Come on.
So he was a counter spy?
Okay. Felton's trailing her to that new hideout by now.
That's nice going, boys. Cover the phone back there for Felton's call.
Yeah, boys.
Here's Blondie's boyfriend. Where did you pick
We
up
found
that
Andy
girl?
Dufresne.
Hey, wait a minute.
Send him to Shawshank.
What has she done?
Blondie, what's the address?
Oh, well, it's apartment 2C, 44 West Water Street, but
That's
I
all.
don't see what...
Come on, boys. Forget the phone.
So are they the spies or not?
No, I think they're actual federal agents, man.
So this really is just like an indictment of incompetence. Like, let her go.
Yeah.
That dame, she gave us a slip.
Well, it would have been ungentlemanly of him, I guess.
Me, hurry.
What's wrong?
FBI.
Why come here?
Why'd you come here, bitch? Damn, that took a while.
Oh, damn, there you go. Give her 2 slaps. Slap! Slap! So they brought all their agents inside so that no one could cover the fire escape.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's an indictment of stupidity on the fucking feds. The military does not like G-men.
Damn, nice Tommy gun, though.
Yeah, no shit. Out the window we go. They can't even break down a door. What films?
Damn, this is total Hollywood right here, man. Damn, he's quick on them
Oh,
steps.
shit.
Those ladders. And a bad shot. We'll get him with the...
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Fuck yeah, dude. You ain't shit next to a fucking... Oh, man. Bet can't shoot.
No.
That stance, man.
FBI smashes Nazi spy ring. Barely. Focus Dr. Fake U.S. Army Captain and wife arrested.
That is a lesson for you.
See?
Do not be overconfident.
You got too complacent, yeah.
5 valuable agents lost. Result, all our good work for nothing. The American intelligence officers upset our plans and changed theirs. High Command canceled movement orders, issued new ones. No convoy out of Potsdam.
Are we offline totally?
Yeah, on the YouTube.
Now we're back now.
There we go, we're back. I'm trying to see where we cut off at.
Did we... fuck.
Oh, okay. So we're it was just one offline.
All right. Well, we didn't miss anything. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think you got... All you guys missed was Christoph Waltz giving his fucking little speech.
Christoph Waltz.
Ex-father. He took a bus all the way to Port Haven to spend a few hours with his dear boy. But it didn't
His
suit
dear
him,
boy.
because all military personnel had been cleared out of the hotel in a hurry. He didn't pick any violets either.
Oh, yeah, the dad.
Jack's mother.
And then the son was killed in Normandy.
Who's that? Were the parents spies, too?
Geraldine? We had word from Jack. Not a thing. Just said goodbye. There's some message for you in it. Oh, that boy. I can't make head nor tail of it. Perhaps you can.
Oh, she's the spy.
Oh, she's the spy.
She's very much in love with him. A common American stupidity, but so helpful to the interests of the fatherland.
Nice jukebox.
Yeah, no shit. If we've learned anything by these videos, it's that jukeboxes back in the 40s and 50s kicked ass.
Yeah. Damn, that's cool. Do you see how the turntable lifted up to the...
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. It's all smooth.
Waiting on the levee, waiting for
Okay.
I bet there's a location in this song.
Buttons. I don't get it. Neither do I. He said to think of him on our regular date night and play his favorite record. That's the record. Let's see. Day after tomorrow, he'd have been taking me out.
Sure, but what's waiting for the Robert E. Lee got to do with Jack?
You've got me, Jenny. Waiting for the Robert E. Lee. Say, wasn't there a boat by the name of Robert E. Lee? Some kind of a boat, I guess. Sure a funny way to say
He's
goodbye.
the spy,
Not so
man.
funny. If you weren't stupid, young lady, you would know what Jack meant. He wanted you to think of him Wednesday, because that's when he's sailing. Not on the Robert E. Lee, of course, but on another ship.
If you weren't so fucking stupid, you would know that.
Man, that's a lot of fucking information to know from a fucking song.
No shit.
When the Robert E. Lee, what they were focused on, didn't even have any shit to do with it.
He's asking his girlfriend a lot. Decipher this code. He gets back. It's like, did you get it? No. Like, bitch, slaps her. Why didn't you understand
I thought you were
my secret
breaking up
code?
with me, so I fucked your brother.
Western Union. She's sending him money.
And he lost it. The convoy slipped away before we could act.
What happened to the audio?
Yanks gave us the slip.
Yeah, I
There
don't
is
know.
still
Cut
time.
out there for a second.
The office of the Superintendent, Army Transport Service, Port Haven.
He's a spy, too.
Everyone's a spy.
You recall this?
Hey, it's him again.
We met him in the cafe. He had a crush on the girl who preferred the company of a soldier. Right now, his love
This is when the budget for the movie ran out.
Yeah. You see the line on the right of the
Yeah.
screen? Oh, shit, man.
record of a convoy's
Had to
movement
send
from
the editor
Port
home.
Haven. But his mind is not on his work.
Come on back, audio. We believe in you. Classified. Okay, don't throw away the classified stuff in the regular trash, folks. Put it in the designated classified waste basket. He's gonna jump out the window
He's
now.
going, yeah, he's jumping, man, for real. You and I done the same thing, man. Like,
Oh no, another jumper. She's not bad looking.
you think that she's the spy?
I thought he was the spy. He was from the previous skit. I thought they already had busted him. He was the spy's boyfriend.
No, he was just someone that he was smitten with her, I guess.
Oh, I thought that they were shacked up.
To leave. No, her husband was the Air Force captain.
But he knew that he knew where she lived.
Well, I mean, she's probably fucking him. I mean,
she's not bad looking.
I assume, yeah, this one here, I'd smash all day, man. What a classified waste.
Oh, they are totally fucking eye-fucking each other. Oh no, spies everywhere! Why all the good ones gotta be spies?
That's the honeypot, man. Holy shit, carbon paper?
Mm-hmm. Can't trust anyone, not even your coworkers.
I'm just going to go fetch that fucking shredded paper out the trash, too. Watch.
Yep. Then she's going to jump out the window.
Yeah. She's going to throw it out the window, and another spy's going to catch all the paper.
Yep, there it is. Or maybe she's just secretarial and she's smitten with him. So she left the thinking. Yeah, here comes the spy through the window. Oh, no, it's going to blow out the window. See, it was set up and payoff. The person directing this knew what they were doing. It was a woman's carelessness that led to this mishap.
Oh, see, yeah, this didn't make it to the classified waste.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Did that just say it was 4:30 o'clock? Seriously. Like, did you see that clock?
Let's back up and find out.
Yeah, Like the little hand was on the zeros, but the fucking the big.
Yeah, that's weird. It wasn't lined up.
It's so ridiculous.
Well, what do you expect when they hire fucking janitors who sweep around sensitive documents on the fucking floor and don't tell anybody?
And Jack's friend Bill, do you know they broke him several ranks? He was transferred in
Better get rid of that typewriter ribbon. Yeah, exactly. What did they do with that? Did that go in the fucking top secret waste can too?
What if he did? Suppose some spy did overhear it. I ask you, what good would that do to a spy?
Busted him several ranks.
After all, this is America. Why, a spy couldn't get that information out of the country. How could he? Nonsense.
Look at all these women, none of them buying this for shit.
Yep.
They're like, your son's a fucking traitor.
Americans, not children. I leave it to you.
This Ruth Gainsbourg looking bitch.
See? The monkeys know. Oh, look at that fucking transition.
Shit.
Holy shit. This is quality work, folks.
They want you in the
There's
back
FDR when he can still walk.
Now the mafia's involved.
Yeah, we all know about that notorious German mafia.
We picked it up in the Fort Haven headquarters waste. Something about a convoy. Ausgezeichnet.
Convoy.
Copies made at once. Yes, sir. Yeah?
At once.
A remarkable development from the weather experts. A secret weather station in the North Pacific. Another gift from the wrong wastebasket.
Gift.
How absolutely perfect. You will relay this to our Japanese allies.
I'll tell you what, another thing that we've learned from this is that the German officers were especially nice to their workers, man. Because they're always highly complimentary of anything.
I think so.
Yeah.
Some snapshots. All from tank personnel stationed out west. The boys all
We've learned that in America you can't trust anyone. Family, friend, lover.
If you spy, you will always rat yourself out.
Yeah, coworkers. Through incompetence or deliberateness, everyone's out to get you.
This is obviously a new model tank, similar to our Mark 6. Did you pass them on to Drexler?
Of course. He's making microscopic enlargements of the finer points.
Excellent. I don't know what we would do if the Americans didn't take pixels for us, huh?
Stupid Americans.
You ready?
Oh.
Oh, there's the
Let's go up to the
German
roof.
spy tower.
Yeah, no shit. We do all our sensitive work in the attic.
The ladder attic.
1234A en route England. They've arranged for air patrol contact off Newfoundland at 4545. I've located a fine position for our subs.
I see. When will this convoy pass here?
Approximately dawn Friday. A few hours either way won't matter to our subs, of course.
Not in the least. But how about radio?
I like how that guy's got a perfect
No.
American accent.
Yeah, no
The other
shit.
guy's
Difficult,
like,
but our forest station's still operating. Shall I raise
Like I
it?
said, this is when the budget ran out, so they had to start like, just hiring
Germans
anybody
got
off the
some
street.
awesome equipment, man. I'm
It's the-
really like, this man just makes me want to be a German, man. They just, don't make the mistakes they made, man. That's all.
Kiss the boys goodbye. See, it all has meaning.
Everything, every pun that they could come up with.
Go on.
Concerning sinking ships, man.
Friday.
It's the Enigma machine.
Off Newfoundland. 45.
So this is all just a network of information
You're getting somewhere.
to find out what the plans are for the invasion.
Yeah, I think they're going to sink the ship, man. That's what they're wanting. Hit the convoys.
Even if a spy heard something, what could he do? Nothing. You heard that cackling woman say that, didn't you?
In that last film clip that we shouldn't know anything about.
How would they know about that conversation?
They're breaking the fourth wall.
Has many good friends, not just in America, but in numberless places. They're always ready and eager for just such a moment as this.
Little does America know that Germans have microphones in every American home. Soothing sounds of Morse code.
And many U-boats too, hungry for American shipping. Yeah, I delightful repast in waiting for them.
Oh, no one would ever use a pen or a marker like that on a map.
Dun, 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 dun. There's the ship we wanted.
Last, the convoy.
There's Steve. Fuck that guy.
Soldiers going overseas.
Everything we learned from stupid privates and their girlfriends and hookers, it's all come to fruition.
We sure already have that loaded, buddy.
Ow. Are they actually going to blow up a ship? Oh!
Damn.
Yes.
There's where all the budget went.
I think the U-boat captain is the director.
Just like shooting ducks in a pond, yeah?
Man, the budget of this. It's incredible.
What a surprise for Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, man. There's another fucking sunken ship reference. Those waters are cold as fuck.
You remember these boys? Bob and Jack.
They were on the train, remember?
Violets now, are they? None. They're fighting for their precious lives. They're not even talking for a change.
Well, they did their part in sinking the ship. Good job, Bob and Jack.
What you say, boy?
No, he's going under and so is he. Right down the drain.
It's a little bit off center, but
someone dogged.
Convoy sunk. What do you say now?
Yankee.
Sucker bait.
Sucker bait.
See, now wasn't that a great movie?
Oh shit, man.
That was fantastic.
Thank you, Zeno, and your warbirds. Now we know better not to talk.
That was so well produced. And,
yeah, Eddie was.
And it had so many mixed messages to it. It's like, who are we rooting for here? Ultimately, the Germans got what they wanted. The Americans proved how stupid they were and how their lack of paranoia led to the sinking of a caravan of ships. And all through the system of communicating with loved ones and fellow Americans. Do you see? You see how in wartime, even talking to the people you love actually hurts America?
That's right. For America's sake, don't. That's right, Eric. Don't talk to women. Don't tell women anything for the sake of America.
Don't ever say anything to anyone. Just keep it all to yourself. Holy shit.
Or higher-ranking officers of your own branch of military.
I mean, if there's one thing I'd have to say about this movie, it is taking into consideration the fact that the Germans were everywhere they needed to be to hear everything. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just a little too coincidental. It's like every single place, all stemming from those three soldiers at the fucking train. The Germans had plants in every fucking location they would be.
Well, we know where the NSA got their inspiration.
Yeah. That's a little too convenient. That's Hollywood for you, but it's still a good story. And that dude playing that Nazi teacher, man, that guy is a fucking. I wonder if he went on to do anything else, like as far as acting goes.
Yeah, he seemed pretty professional. Like he knew what the fuck he was doing. It definitely a cut above everyone else. Him and the maraca shaker.
Unfortunately, I try to look up sucker bait and it comes up.
Oh, I don't even want to know what that comes up as. Wow. Was the first three search suggestions? Let me see. Pornhub. Yeah.
Actually, it's lures and suckerfish. So, which makes kind of sense. Here's IMDb for Sucker Bait. Military train film exposing the means used by Nazi agents to extract military information from talkative soldiers. It doesn't have... Oh, here we go. Cast. No, I don't want the Nazi spy. Who's the dude? They never gave the name of the instructor, right?
No, they didn't.
Full cast, please. Narrator. Would that just be the guy who is Nazi instructor officer Tonio?
There we go.
Selwert.
So he's an Italian.
He was born in Bavaria, Germany.
Oh, shit.
Anton T.H. Selmayr. So he changed his name when he got here. He's an actor known for Wilson in 1944, The Hitler Gang in 1944, The Other Side of the Wind. He died November 2nd, 2002. Holy shit.
Oh, damn. Living a nice long life.
I may have to check out some of these other movies.
Yeah, I don't know any of The Fifth Column.
Wait a minute. He was known for Wilson and The Other Side of the Wind in 2018. What the fuck is The Other Side of the Wind?
I don't know.
Because he was dead in 2002. He can't be in a movie in 2018 if he's dead. A Hollywood director emerges from semi-exile with plans to complete work of an innovative motion picture. I don't know.
He didn't do shit from 1968 to 2018, till 16 years after he's dead.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's in this movie as the Baron.
Wow, that's amazing. That's just...
Yeah, no shit. I'm going to have to look that movie up. But anyway, that's our show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Don't talk to any whammons.
Don't.
Except for you, Red Feather. You're cool.
Don't sell us out to the Germans.
That's right.
Be good Americans and keep your mouths shut.
Yeah.
Definitely don't tell anybody about this show.
And remember, if you do sell yourself out, don't, at least for the love of God, man, don't fucking rat yourself out afterwards, man. Jesus.
Yeah, no
shit.
Self-respect. I mean, for the love of God, you're doing their work for them. Just keep quiet. Everything's going to be okay. It's not nearly as bad as what the movies try to make it out to be.
So none of the Germans, like at the one house, got busted at the end. All the high-ranking level ones.
Which movie?
That was the thing about in that last one. The ones that was in the secret attic.
Oh yeah, they didn't. They got away. Yeah, because they blew up the fucking convoy.
I think in every case that we watched tonight, the highest-ranking dudes got away.
Isn't that always the way, though?
Yeah.
Even after World War II, a lot of the top brass from the Nazis escaped and made their way down to South America.
That's right, man. Now we know it as Argentina.
So remember that when you go to sleep, kids. All right. Well, this has been another episode of The Cringe Factory, and I know the date was wrong in the title. I'm just going to remove the date for future things.
We never have the date right on that. Like, it's always wrong.
It's always wrong. But
that's to throw off the censors. They're like, oh no, that was from 2 weeks ago. We already watched that.
Yeah.
We're gonna check that.
Oh yeah, this is the one we already saw. See, it's got the same date. All right, folks, take it easy and have a good night.